Twitch output. Yo, are we live? Are we live, everybody? Welcome back to the live stream. I think we're streaming the Twitch too. Looks like it's going slow. Man, you know I'm going to freeze up. I think my computer's just... I got to get a new computer. It served me good. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I got the tea. The tea is ready. The tea is ready. It's right here, hot. Pans is this week, yeah. Yeah, it is this week. We need to watch that. My homeboy gonna be out there, so we'll see how he does. He's in the same division as Josiah's baby daddy, so we'll see. Josiah's got to work on letting go of my bitterness. Yeah, it's only poison for you. Steve Austin, is that you? Pezzadello, is that you, man? Pezzadello, is that you, man? Pezzadello, we got Texas over here. We got Texas over here. We got Texas. Something. I could hear. Do you guys hear double or just me? Let me check real fast. I'm hearing double. Good to hear from you, brother. We got Texas over here. Texas. LL Snap called in reinforcements. Let me make sure the stream's okay. Are you guys hearing double when I talk? Says Tony got beat this weekend. Pass guard in the last 30 seconds. Tony, don't worry. I'll come. I'll come save you, Tony. Do you guys hear double? I hear double. Let me see if I can figure that out. I don't understand it. Are you guys hearing double? Let me figure this out, bro. There's always some crap, man. Oh, I messed the settings up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, for some reason it's on double. Steve Austin says, no, sir, the Bionic Man, the Stone Cold is for you young folks. Is that Stone Cold, Steve Austin? That's Stone Cold. Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, I got double on here for some reason. How do I fix this? I don't understand. Let me see track 2. Does that help? Do you guys hear double still? Do you guys hear double? I hear double. Let me see if I can figure that out. I don't understand it. Are you guys hearing double? Sounds okay now, huh? Let me figure this out, bro. There's always some crap, man. Oh, I missed a second. I don't know. Let me know if you guys hearing double. I'll try to fix it if I can. Anyway, we back. We got Pezzadello. I don't even know what that means in Portuguese anymore. Steve Austin. We got Texas in here. Is the stream going directly to Texas? Josiah says, I'm letting go. Yeah, let it go, man. Let it go. Well, you training now. And to be honest, it's probably better to be training in 2025 than it was in 2004 or 2005. Yeah, it's way better to train now. That tea's good. Nightmare. There we go. Somebody was talking about you. I think it was Dr. Chris Harasti. You know the BJJ doctor. I think he was talking about you in some kind of post not too long ago. But yeah, we got a couple stories. We got Vanderlei, we got Moneyberg, we got Terrence Crawford. We got a lot of stuff. Apparently, the stream is going straight to Texas. Who knew the stream? I think he just was talking about Masters Worlds or something. I guess you guys fought a long time ago. It wasn't anything bad. Just kind of like reminiscing. I just remember Pesadillo will wear this tough judo gi. This sandpaper judo gi. That's all I remember. You couldn't grab that gi. That gi was fighting you back. You try to grab the gi, your hand would be all hurt. You hurt your hand trying to grab it. Somehow you burned your grip. I don't know what was in that gi, Pesadillo. You grabbed that gi, your grip burned out. LL Snap says, I gotta send one of my ops packing out of open mat Saturday. I'm still happy. I'm still in a happy place. Yo, LOL Snap the hitman. He the hitman. They saying if you see LOL Snap, all right, time to go. Time to leave open mat. Josiah, if you see LOL Snap at open mat, time to go. I am streaming on Twitch, but this thing going slow. Is it playing? I don't think so. Sounds like it's playing. Okay. Okay. Well, we got Twitch too in case I get kicked off of YouTube. All right, let's get into some stories. Happy to have everybody on here. Back on Monday. That's it, man. I guess Nogi Pan's the biggest thing going on. Steve Austin says, yeah, we had a couple matches like long ago at Masters Worlds. It was in the Pyramid. Now they got you guys over in Vegas. And LOL Snap said nobody wanted to fight him. They saw some highlight reels. They looked him up. That was it. So yeah, man, happy to have you, Pesadillo. We just hanging out. It says set it up. I want to have a match with Tumbleberg. You gonna be his nightmare. I don't think Moneyberg likes darker. He don't like dark people. He don't like people of color. I didn't see nobody. I didn't see no black people in his basement. He have no diversity. Well, he had Lyoto Machida and what's the Texera? Okay, yeah, Brazilian. He have anybody else down there? That was it. And Italian. Steve Pesadillo says I'm old and dark. He don't want no black people. He don't mess with no black people. Moneyberg is afraid of our black beauty. Moneyberg ain't messing with no. Moneyberg. Talking about Moneyberg, he the first story we got. So usually we cover a lot of stories. Sometimes we watch a couple matches or a couple breakdowns. It's basically read some Reddit. We just hanging out, and hopefully having a good time. Sometimes we educate each other on stuff we don't want to know. But let's get into it. Hope everybody's doing well. Magic Monday, Matt Side Monday. And I guess we're on Twitch too. I'm monitoring the Twitch. Make sure the live stream's okay over there. LL Snap says, don't worry, I'm heading to the basement soon. All right. LL Snap. Hopefully I can see. Oh, let me change this. I can't see everything. There we go. Better clean up the basement. He about to dirty up the basement. Socks about to be lying all over the floor. All right, we got some Moneyberg. Unfortunately. You guys love Moneyberg, not me.
You're not going to tap me in a grappling match. We walk to the elevator. He takes the phone out when we're by the elevator, totally changes his persona, and now he's a tough guy on camera. He's not a tough guy, he's just a bully. And on the internet, they say, Sean Strickland confronted Derek Moneyberg. Like, that's not true. I go see the guy, I see him in the lobby. I say, Sean, take a minute to come talk with me. And he kind of, we can talk at the gym tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I fly tomorrow. But I'd appreciate it if you take a minute to come talk with me. We walk away a few feet and we have a little conversation for 90 seconds maybe. I say, I'm going to go back to the gym in an hour. Yeah. If you believe that stuff, we can train together tonight. We kind of head down, look away. You don't want to make eye contact. So then I said, Sean, I don't think you even believe the shit you're saying. But if you believe that, then do a grappling match with me. We'll do a public grappling match. I said, you can't tap me. You're not going to tap me in a grappling match. We walk to the elevator. He takes the phone out when we're by the elevator, totally changes his persona, and now he's a tough guy on camera. He's not a tough guy. He's just a bully. And on the internet, they say, Sean Strickland confronted Derek.
Moneyberg said Strickland ain't going to tap him out. I really want to see that. Can we get that going? I mean, Moneyberg does look strong. He can. Remember that video where he was throwing it back? He was on the calf raise machine throwing it back. Oh God, can we find that? We got to find that clip. He was throwing it back on the calf raise machine. But Moneyberg is strong. I mean, yeah, he's strong. He looks like it. I better stop. I don't really believe Moneyberg at all. I don't believe him one bit.
And confronted Derek Moneyberg. Like, that's not true. I go see the guy, I see him in the lobby. I say, Sean, take a minute to come talk with me. And he kind of, we can talk at the gym tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I fly tomorrow. But I'd appreciate it if you take a minute to come talk with me. We walk away a few feet and we have a little conversation for 90 seconds maybe. I say, I'm going to go back to the gym in an hour. Yeah. If you believe that stuff, we can train together tonight. We kind of head down, look away. You don't want to make eye contact. So then I said, Sean, I don't think you even believe the shit you're saying. But if you believe that, then do a grappling match with me. We'll do a public grappling match. I said, you can't tap me. You're not going to tap me in a grappling match. We walk to the elevator. He takes the phone out when we're by the elevator, totally changes his persona, and now he's a tough guy on camera. He's not a tough guy. He's just a bully.
Moneyberg said, you can't tap me. Even Gordon Ryan can't tap me, and I pay him. I really don't believe anything Moneyberg says, but you guys can believe him. We're not even going to read these comments, but we might go to Reddit real fast. I think I did have it on Reddit too. Moneyberg lying. Moneyberg does look tough. I mean, I don't think Mikey could tap him too easily. I guess all them private lessons paying off. We'll read this real fast. Read a couple comments off Reddit. It says Derek Moneyberg is officially, hopefully you guys can see that, is officially taking legal action against Sean Strickland. Moneyberg gonna sue you if he can. Moneyberg claims Strickland has been maliciously spreading lies and false information about him and his business. After multiple warnings and chances to apologize, he says Strickland, chances to apologize. Moneyberg's got he got this issue with control, I feel like he's got to have everything controlled. The training partners, who he has for his private lessons. He's got to control everything. He says Strickland continued, so now it's headed to court. Sean will reimburse me for the damages he has created. Unfortunately, that is now the reality of the situation. Steve says, I actually got a guy that wears socks that he could have a match with. Would definitely be ugly for Tummy. Yo, Tummy Berg, man. Moneybird. I will say he's been a gold mine for content. If you talk about Moneyberg, you're gonna do well with your content. He says, Steve Austin, just give Moneyberg that stone cold stunner. Pezzadillo didn't know what he was getting into when he got on this chat. We happy to have you, Pezzadillo. We got some heavy hitters on here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this. You guys know I be zooming in. We got older people on here. We can't see. I can't see either. Derek says, I don't recall ever meeting someone so insincere as Strickland. Sean Strickland seems to be. I've been a gentleman to this guy in every way. Says, I never get to catch it live. I'm happy to have you, man. Proud of me. Thank you. Says, I've informed him and others have informed him that he is maliciously spreading lies and false information about me and my business. I think I just read that. Strickland says, well, I'll tell you what, buddy. When you sue me and we call in Jake Shields, and in a room full of people, we put him in a disposition where he says, yeah, he's good, but I mean, he paid me over $500,000. How do you think I know you exist? Fighters who you paid to peddle your BS sent me to your page. You guys know, what's homegirl's name? Claudia. You know Claudia, she be trying to sell you on investments and stuff. What does she know about investing? What does Claudia know about investing? We might have to go to her page real fast. Steve, Mushmaster, he into judo now. He's a judo guy now. I feel like Pezzadella, did you train judo too? I feel like you did. Awesome. Let's see. Says these are guys you paid, and that being said, you're in Vegas all the time. Roll through, sign a waiver. He ain't. Moneyberg ain't rolling. I keep telling you guys he ain't rolling. He ain't gonna roll. Cause none of these gyms gonna let him keep his socks on. Take them socks off. I want to see what's underneath there, man. Show me them feet. Where's Jason Whitfield at? I know he's a feet person. Read a couple comments. Says purposefully goes by the moniker Moneyberg, and then sues somebody for trash talk. Absolute fraud behavior. Strickland this time is 100% right, and I feel like this will just be a waste of time with no repercussions. Says ironically, Moneyberg insists that rolling is a waste of his time because he can't make money. I haven't looked into this at all, but is this thing all a meme? Who TF is this Derek Moneyberg guy? People still asking me who Moneyberg is. People still asking me who Moneyberg is. I guess we're still on Twitch. I can't see. Yeah, people still ask me who Moneyberg is. He sounds like a meme. He physically looks like a meme. He's a scam artist. Moneyberg, I'm reading this. I'm not saying you're a scam artist. I'm reading this. He's a scam artist, course seller who paid for a black belt in 3.5 years to be exact. He doesn't even roll at all from what I've seen. Pays a ton of MMA fighters and BJJ guys to glaze him. Someone says, screw Moneyberg, con man, grifter, scam artist, fraudster, white belt, litigious, POS. Yeah, I just like to talk about Moneyberg a little bit, but we don't have to delve into this anymore because there's not much to delve into. He ain't gonna fight. Moneyberg ain't gonna fight. Jason Whitfield, what's up? There you go. I mentioned Claudia. There you go. I mentioned Claudia. Jason Whitfield pop up. I mentioned Gabby. Jason Whitfield pop up. He's our OnlyFans expert. Jason says, "Did you say Claudia? I wasn't even on the stream, but my bat sense was alerted me to awesomeness." Don't worry, we got some. I'm not gonna say thirst traps, but we got some good stuff today. He says, bro, this guy named Brad that trains with us from time to time wears his socks because he has bad feet, but is a monster. And okay, well, there's one person with some socks on that can grapple. He says are they the grippy socks or the regular Degler socks? Because Moneyberg ain't wearing grip socks. He wearing regular socks. You guys know Vanderlei got knocked out. Why was he fighting? Who set this up? Oh, the both? Okay, well. That is different. So we'll watch a couple of clips of this. If you're squeamish or anything, don't watch it. He wears dress. Mushmaster wears dress. Or not Mushmaster. You say he wears dress socks. Does he wear dress socks? Who, Moneyberg? I don't know what kind of socks he got on. Brad wears dress socks at times. Oh. Okay, that is different now. That's different. He be able to grapple too? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right, if you said grippy socks, okay, I might understand that. You said dress socks. I don't know this guy. I guess you guys know him. Let's watch Vanderlei. Let me zoom in a little bit. Of course, he's in Portuguese. That's probably the biggest story for today, I think. Of course, that thing's messing up. Let me fix it real fast. I should fix it, hopefully. MacTube says, good morning. Yeah, this was sad. Prayers for Vanderlei's eye.
Puta que pariu. Nossa senhora. Que loucura.
Oh, man.
Puta que pariu. Nossa senhora. Que loucura.
Oh, no, that's that. So he definitely didn't see that punch. I believe it was after the fight. And I believe, it was after the fight. The crowd goes in there and he gets clipped. Oof. Well, that was his chin, but maybe during the regular fight, it got damaged. Yeah, after the fight. So, that was in Brazil. I mean, you guys go to Brazil. What you expect in Brazil? Juan was doing dirty tactics all fight. Yeah, he shouldn't have been fighting. Why was he fighting? These fighters need to hang it up. Yeah, he shouldn't have been fighting. MacTube says, always watch your back in a brawl. Well, it wasn't his back, it was in his front. It was on his side, peripheral. So he got the eye messed up. That's the side he got hit on, I think. Unfortunately. Well, he ran into it. He ran into the mayhem, you see? He was looking the other way and got hit. That's wild, man. Jason Whitfield says, I think the big difference between Monkey Bird, and the guy at your gym is the guy actually rolls. That's true. And does actual jiu-jitsu, not 1920s Aki jiu-jitsu where your partner just stands there and lets you wrist lock it. Well, that's what Moneyberg's paying for. He's paying so he can do the move on you. Did my live stream go down? Wait a second. Oh, no, we still good. And you guys know we're on Twitch today too. Yeah, so it seems like the other guy with the dress socks trains more than he trains more than Monkey Bird. This is worse than the Urbith brawl. What was that at? A Fight to Win or something? Or was it BJJ Stars? I don't even remember that. Steve Austin says, yeah, Juan was on some real dirty type time the whole fight. Oh. MacTube says, unfortunately, fighters and pro wrestlers have the same problem. They stay too long and don't know how to live without fighting or wrestling. He said, Brad trains every day. Yeah, that's better than Moneybird. BJJ Stars. I was there. Oh, was it BJJ Stars? Might need to look that up later. What is he in jail or something? Where is Urbith? I got another view. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. You can't even see from that angle. It's just mayhem, man. He's locked up. Man, yeah, I don't know what happened to Urbith. He just kind of mentally I would say he mentally lost it, but he just, I don't know, couldn't perform anymore. Yeah, we couldn't really see anything from this angle. I think we had something on Reddit. Anything on Reddit that we had? Let me see. We got some good stories. I'm just looking for the right one. This one, there we go. We'll see what the Reddit people, detectives found out for me. I think I had another one too. Yeah, Urban, and he was good though, wasn't he good? He tapped out. About to say Rosinski. He tapped out Mergali. He beat Bernardo. He beat a lot of good people. Some of those guys from the favelas, I don't know, man. Guys like Urbrith, Jackson Souza, even Ted Today, something, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's trauma or what, those guys go through a lot. Mushmaster said he was there. Alex says, what's up? He says, a guy with a ponytail and a beard had a good defense and moved forward with punches. He says, wait, he is locked up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he did. He definitely know he did something. Pezzadello, I'm trying to get Mushmaster to start his podcast or a live stream or something. But he I'm trying. Mushmaster got some stories. And Balea got some stories too. I'm sure Pezzadello got some stories. He's locked up for doing stuff. Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff. Oof. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Mushmaster says, y'all want me to live stream for real? Yeah, you can have Josiah. You can have Josiah on your live stream. I'll give Josiah to you. Sorry, Josiah. I'm gonna give Mushmaster. Go start your live stream. I'll give you Josiah. I'll hand him over to you. Here you go, Mushmaster. Take him. Please. Mushmaster, please. Please start live streaming. I'll give you all my I'll give you a couple viewers. Mushmaster says they gonna shut the stream down because I be really real on there. They got me the other day. The black vans pulled up on me last week on Friday. The black vans pulled up. Internet goes down. Computer crashes. They got me. They might pull the plug on Mushmaster after a couple episodes. He gonna get some complaints. Steve Austin says, you have to let me on the first one because it would be shut down after that. You can't put nobody on Texas on your live stream. You can't put Steve Austin. You can't don't put Jason Whitfield on there. Are you from Texas, Jason Whitfield? Don't put Jason Whitfield on there. You can't put LL Snapped on there. Don't put nobody on Texas on the live stream. They gotta take it down. Jason says, I remember that BJJ Stars fight with Urbith and Penna. Urbith faked a knee injury. Someone in the crowd was making fun of him, and he immediately stood up and ran across the mat and jumped through the crowd. His knee was healed. What are you talking about? LL Snap says, put me on the podcast first show, and you will do numbers. Well, it don't matter how many numbers you do if you get canceled immediately afterwards. Jason says, I'm in Texas. Yeah, all you guys in Texas. You can't put nobody on Texas on the live stream. Don't put nobody from Texas on your live stream. They're gonna take that live stream down so fast. You I like this live stream because I be laughing, bro. I get some good laughs out of this live stream. Some good chest be hurting laughs. Let me read a couple of this stuff too. Mushmaster says, I gotta figure out how to have people call in like a radio and late night show. Y'all are inspiring me. There's some apps. you can look into for live streaming where they can send a link. You can send a link and people can just jump into the live stream. Josiah, don't worry. We're not going to put you on. Don't worry, Josiah. Don't worry, Josiah. We're not going to put you on. If you guys don't know, Josiah been kicked out of everything. He's not been kicked out of this live stream though. He's done good on this live stream. He has been good on this live stream. I will say he has been good on this live stream. Josiah. Someone says, never forget Vanderlei in a statement to the court said that he suffers from severe brain trauma. He does. So he shouldn't be anywhere near fighting. Vanderlei been knocked out a ton. Just in fights, but also just sparring. Yeah, he definitely got CTE. He just can't fight no more. Somebody asked what happened to his eyeball. I think we got a picture of that. There you go. There we go. That's his eye. So not looking that good, to be honest. You guys can see him. Oof. He just doesn't look good at all. He has abused his body, man. Josiah, Pezzadello says, I remember a guy telling Juan to sit TF down at Moonjiao's one year. That didn't go well. That didn't go well. Was it a guy or was it like the event staff telling him to sit down? He said, those eyes look like a grape. Yeah, that looks terrible. He has damaged his body. Jason says, nobody can start a new live stream because I'm not sure he and the Gianni band is retroactive on other streams. Oh, that's true. Oh, no. You telling me I got Josiah stuck over here? Yeah, can't take the chance. Yeah, okay, Josiah, you can't go to anybody else's live stream then. Josiah, you stuck on this live stream, bro. You can't. Nobody gonna let you go to other live stream. Pezzadello says, nah, it was a guy in the stands. Remember how people would stand up to see who so people can. Yeah, I remember. Especially you, Pezzadello. You stand up, nobody can see. The whole section of the stadium can't see when you stand up. See, that doesn't look good at all. Says just the kind of damage a man knocking on the door of 50 needs. He's not 50. I thought he was 50. The back of his head hit the canvas pretty hard too. He has long since cracked his chin. It's really sad, but he is very likely far beyond help. Didn't he throw 3 headbutts in a boxing match and get DQ'd? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, so someone hit him behind the head too. Let's see. He's 49. Wow. That's a rough 49. That is a rough 49. Stop talking about us over 50. We ain't too far from you, actually. We about to hit the 40s. Steve says, I know who hit him behind the head. Ain't saying on here. Yeah, it's fine. You don't tell me. It's Brazil. It's Brazil. Yeah, I mean, that's not much we can say about that. It's that story not gonna end too well. You guys know we got to meet Allure. If you guys know Mika Gabal, this is his baby mama. They're not married, so that's the baby mama. Isn't that right? Or you want to say fiance? Oh, it was a couple articles. It was the guy he was fighting, son. Again, that's Brazil. It's Brazil. Brazil, man. So we got a meet over here. We're going to do some math later because she tells us when she got pregnant. I believe she was pregnant before the Final X. So we'll see. We're going to do the mathematics on when she got pregnant just because we're inquiring. Jay Duvall says, remember when Crow Cop roundhouse kicked Vanderlei in the head? That was, I thought he died that day. That's definitely brain damage right there. That's how you get brain damage. So let's watch a meet. She like to do videos with music and stuff. I hope she don't blow up too much. Respectfully, I feel like she a big girl. She's what, 70 kilograms or something. She might blow up, bro. Mika better be the daddy of that kid. Yeah, I mean, who else would get in there? LOL Snap. LOL Snap said he would get in there. That's a very Brazilian move. That's what the Brazilians do. They get a girl pregnant. That's what the Brazilians do. Get the American girl pregnant. Get that citizenship. That's a very Brazilian move right there. Someone says, actually, Florida boy. I don't know if that's the Florida boy he was trolling me. He said, and remember, no Tylenol. Actually, you probably want your kids to have some Tylenol if you want them to be good at jiu-jitsu. Give them that Tylenol. That baby Tylenol. I'm not sure which one it gives you the good autism. We got Daddy over here. Some of you guys like Daddy. I like Daddy too. Miss Adele Fornerino, or however she wants to be addressed. She says photo dump from her time in Bosnia and Croatia. Mika needs a DNA test. That kid, that kid gonna look like an Amazonian. Yeah, I think he should be okay. Uh-oh, Daddy got some muscles. Hey, that was a nice backflip. Josiah says he's in love. He don't. Josiah's got a new interest, love interest. Jay Duvall says, I think Mika won't be the same. Once you have a kid, the killer mentality in the mats goes away. I don't know. I don't have any kids. LOL Snap, can you or somebody with kids, Steve Austin, can you tell us? You definitely ain't going to be sleeping. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. I'm hoping for the best for the young couple. Uh-oh. Adele got her. She got her a nice little thing too. Yo, Adele, we see you. We jealous of Adele too. Not only are we jealous of the dudes, we jealous of the girls over here. She got her some fine stuff over here. Yo, Adele, we see you. I see you, niece. Steve Austin says, the fighting instincts get worse. Don't want to lose in front of your kids. Oh, wow. All right. Mika can't lose in front of his girl. He can't lose in front of his kids. And he can't lose in front of his dad. He's cooked. He can't afford to lose anymore. All right, we just jealous of Adele over here. That's all. What's up, Adele? She doing good. Hey, aw. I need to go to Bosnia too. Was it Croatia? All right, we might need to go out there too. European tour. I'll drop Mushmaster off in France. He said he want himself a French judoka girl. And I'll keep going through Europe. Is CP on here? CP in Switzerland. We had to stop in and check on him. It says Paramount announces landmark media rights agreement with Zuffa Boxing. So not only does Paramount have Zuffa Boxing, they got the UFC. I wonder how much money they forked over. Steve Pezzadella says, bring me one back. What you want? You want a French girl? You want a Spanish girl? What you want? So you guys know TKO is the parent company of WWE and Zuffa Boxing and UFC and some other stuff too. So one of the French judokas. Okay, I got the right girl for you too. I got the right girl for you. We found her. We found her on Friday. I found the right girl for you over there in France. Yep, yes sir. Actually, we got wrestling girls over there too. What you want? You want a wrestling girl or a judo girl? So I'm not sure how much they're going to be paying for all of this. Paramount might be getting fleeced on this deal. Jason Whitfield says, "Oh no, it's already begun. One bikini pic with some comments, and the stream already starts to flicker. we better stop while we're ahead." Nah, we're very respectful over here, Jason Whitfield. Jason Whitfield, I don't want to hear that from you. You the worst offender. You and Josiah. And I put LOL snapped in number 3. You know, Flow Grappling does a little bit of news segment once a week or so.
Night the Grappling Bulletin is out. Make sure you check the link in the bio for that. Let's get caught up on things that are happening in the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Let's start here with this big guy. WNO 30 has added its next participant for the Openweight Grand Prix. That is going to be Felipe Costa Laranjinha, the 6-blade star, the ADCC world medalist. He's had success at every rule set he's ever done. He is super dark horse to win this tournament. He's super dangerous, very aggressive, very submission oriented. He is a big threat to everybody in that bracket. Speaking of invitations, IBJJF has started to roll out invitations to their most prestigious tournament. The Crown happens every year in the Pyramid. Joao Biznaga, Leo Ferreira, and Bia Basilio are the first 3 in. You can find out more in the article. It's going to be an awesome week on Flow Grappling. We have IBJJF Nogi Pans going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with the black belts going Saturday and Sunday, so make sure you take a look out for that. Schedules come out Thursday, brackets come out Thursday, so we're going to have some more information about that when that all goes down. Make sure you keep an eye on flowgrappling.com for more information about that. This is the Grappling Bulletin. This article comes out every Monday morning, trying to get people a little bit more caught up on what's going on in the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We also have a bunch of videos, like a dozen videos this week, of things that have happened over the last week on YouTube that fans can take a look at. So go take a look. It's in the link in our bio. Check it out. I'll be back next week. What's up, everyone?
I feel like, I like Flow Grappling. Shout out to Flow. I feel like Flow's a little too slow with the news. The news nowadays, the news is like, they say like 24-hour cycle, 12-hour cycle. And I feel like if you're covering things from the weekend and that's already what, 2 or 3 days past, like, man, that's kind of too slow. So my advice to them would have, maybe have someone like me or, whoever they can pay or, intern, whoever they got over there, have them doing more up-to-date news. Because it's hard to keep up in this sport. I cover a lot of stuff in Monday through Friday. Come the weekend, I already missed, I'm behind. I missed the Vanderlei thing. I missed the Terrence Crawford stuff. And I do I'll do like 3 hours a day on this, what's going on. And that's almost not enough either. So I wish they were a little bit more up to date. Judo or wrestling, whichever girl has less cauliflower ears. Don't worry, we got cauliflower ear for you too. We got everything on this live stream. We got Josiah. We got we got everything on this live stream. We talk about everything on here. I'm not sure if that's good or bad though. That might be a bad thing. That might be a bad thing. Got Mr. Stefan Mikic. He says people don't realize how long 6 minutes really is until they are wrestling. I think we understand how long 6 minutes is, bro. Yeah, we understand how long that is. You should have put some wrestling in there, man. MacTube says Flow Grappling's priority is to cover their own content and shows. BJJ News is secondary to them, I feel, if it doesn't impact their show. The thing is, news is a wide net. If you cover most topics broadly, I think you're gonna draw in more people. Because if Flow, say Flow only covers they prioritize their content and their shows. I mean, they didn't have no shows. They do a show like every couple months. Who's number 130th? 30 is or whatever it is next month. It's October. They didn't have anything in the last couple weeks. They had Oceans BJJ, which is someone else's show. So unless they license other people's content or make their own, they got nothing else. They better hope IBJF got something going on. And IBJF is they're trying to cover their news a little bit, but actually that reminds me, did you guys see what IBJJF is doing? Jason says, what the heck is a super dark horse? Are we going to find out in a few months if Amit has a super dark horse? She going to have, I don't know what she's going to have. Super kid, super baby. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Shout out to Mr. Trumpet Dan. He brought this to my attention. IBJF has been adding new pages. They got an IBJF Asia. We'll follow here. So they're casting a broad net. So they're going to be promoting the Asian athletes, Asian events, and then there's the IBJJF Europe. So I'm not sure why it took them this long to make this. There's a European one too, covering Europeans. Where are the American people at? Are they going to create IBJJF America and IBJJF Brazil? They probably need to. So they're going to be covering the European athletes more. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty interesting. I don't know if we're going to watch that. Sorry, Baron Bozo. Dun, dun, dun. Bro, I be sweating. All these lights on. So we're going to do some mathematics. We're going to do some tracking. She says, how many days have I been pregnant? MacTube says, also, I don't know if you've covered it, but Fionn is fighting her last Polaris match. We've covered it a little bit. Versus Margot. Against the girl. Yeah, Margot is the girl's name. They fought before. They fought before at Pans, and she tapped Margot out in like 2 minutes. Josiah says, your homeboy losing to my baby daddy. Well, my homeboys beat your baby daddy before. Mac MTK says, I like Baron Bozo. Where'd she come from? Maryland or somewhere. Fionn is saving women's jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Margot. Margot says, yeah, Margot's fighting Fionn. And then we started talking about Baron Bozo, who is not Margot. They both Asian, but there's different Asian. Baron Bozo's good. She just got her black belt. She got her black belt really quick too, but we're not going to delve into that too much. Jason Whitfield says, I noticed our comments are not displaying on the screen anymore. It's at the bottom. Is it because it's dangerous because we get a little too thirsty at times? You don't see your comments at the screen? I see them. It's small though. You don't see Jason Whitfield? Maybe it's your comments. Your comments are being shown. I don't see your comments, Jason Whitfield. Josiah he be over there spamming. Where were we? MacTube says, wonder why Fionn is retiring. Because she's going to UFC BJJ. Wonder why she is retiring from Polaris. Feels like it would be easier for her to compete there since she's back in UK. Well, I think she's only doing UFC BJJ shows, which Polaris does. They license their content to UFC BJJ or UFC or Fight Pass, but she's probably gonna make more money in the UFC. And they could always do a European UFC BJJ tournament in Europe or something. MTK says, did a private with Margot, super technical and thoughtful. Margot is super technical, really, really focused on technique and movement, and she's really creative. But the issue is when she goes against a girl like Fionn strong. She got that judo strength. So that's going to be hard to deal with, I believe, for Margot. Because Margot is not really an athlete like Fionn. Fionn strong. She can go do whatever. She can do just about anything. Margot got them joints ain't strong. Remember that match where she was rolling and she popped her knee? Because just her joints aren't strong. Jason says, they used to be super pronounced in the middle of the screen. Now Our comments have been relegated to the smallest corner of the screen. I'm not sure why that is. Did I do that? Well, the comments used to be all up in the video. Nah, it needs to be down there so people can't see what you guys typing out too well. You guys be saying some crazy stuff, and the text would be all up on my face. couldn't see me on there. That's fine. At least you know your comments on there. People thought I was talking to myself for 3 hours. That's why I put the comments there. Where does Margot train? I believe she is a nomad. Isn't that her name on Instagram? Nomadic Margot or something? Jiu-Jitsu Nomad or something like that. She trains out of AOJ, but she all over the place now. I believe she's doing ecological training. Jason MTK says, do you have to set it to top messages or all messages? I just do all messages. He's saying he wants to see the messages on the screen, which is at the very bottom. I don't know if I did that or who did that. Maybe the software did that. Margot doesn't have the finishing strength. Agreed. She's good, but I mean, Fion's stronger than every girl. There's no girl stronger than Fion. MacTube says, I wouldn't say Fion is saving it. There are a lot of exciting, talented women, including Helena, Brienne, St. Marie, Adele. Don't forget Sarah. They're all more active. And, of course, what's my homegirl? Gabrielle. What's the other girl? What's the other girl that's from Bruno Bastos? I can't remember her name for some reason. Cassia Mora. Yeah, Cassia Mora, the Funegra girls. Margot is a Ronin. She trains everywhere. MTK says, trying not to spam the comment section. That's fine. You go ahead, bro. I mean, we already survived the worst spamming we could ever have. Mushmaster says, you posted Margot lifting and she was doing some BS. Ain't no way she's strong enough to mess with Fion. Yeah, Fion's strong. Maybe we'll find a video of her lifting some weights. Says, what's up, chat? It's Monday and I'm at work. Yep. You know, that's the safest time. The family show live stream is good. Now that after work live stream, that was terrible. MTK says, is Dell as strong? Maybe Helena. I don't think they are. I don't think they're as strong as Fion. Adele's strong, but she's smaller. So let's do some mathematics here. We're gonna do some research on this date. She says, how many days? Yeah, different body types have to do different jiu-jitsu. It says, how many days have I been pregnant? Let's see. I don't know.
Score
6.
164.
Woo! And how many do I need to pass?
6.
Ooh.
She said weeks? Wait a second.
100.
Oh.
What? Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6.
Woo! And how many do I need to pass?
6.
Ooh.
Jason says, I think the internet did that to our comments to hopefully protect the live stream from ourselves. Yeah. MacTube says she doesn't have the finishing strength. She just finished 5 people back to back. Well, she didn't fight. She not gonna beat Fion though. Them girls she beat didn't know no gi techniques. They were no gi girls. They didn't know nothing about that lasso in no gi. I mean, I can show you the video. I can show you the video where Fion pieced her up in 2 minutes. Jay Duvall says, so Gabby Garcia is not as strong as Fion? Probably not. Definitely not pound for pound. MTK says, oh, a super grappler is in the oven. Yep. So we're going to do some research real fast. She said 164 days. I'm just going to put this right here. I don't know where she is. What was 164 days? April 18th. So Adele, about to say Adele. So she was pregnant before Final X. When was Final X? It was in June. It was on June 14th. So she was already almost two months pregnant. All right, so that's why she couldn't compete. She was 2 months pregnant already. MacTube, MTK said, who MacTube's defending Margot. I mean, we already watched the match, bro. We already watched the match of Margot getting pieced up in 2 minutes. Now add to that no-gi. Maybe Margot can hold her off for a little bit, but I just don't see it. MacTube says Cassia Moore about to fight Alex Enrique. Same kind of issue. I think Alex is really great grappler. You know, she's really awesome, but I think she not as strong or explosive as Cassia. Alex does have good wrestling, but Cassia I think is a better athlete, which doesn't always play out to that she's gonna win. But I think Cassia's a lot bigger too. I believe she's a lot bigger. She looks bigger. MacTube says, I didn't say she could beat Fionn. I am just saying she does have the finishing strength. Well, we can compare. Let's look and compare. Just from their strength training, I can tell you who's going to have more finishing strength. I'm not even saying finishing strength. I'm just saying ability to grapple. I'm saying grappling strength. The ability to weather the storm. Jason Whitfield says, we're going to do some research. This is where the stream went off the rails last week. Tread carefully, Alec. We're doing really well. MacTube says, imagine if their kid just becomes a jacked accountant, not interested in the if he's smart, he should. There's more money in accounting. Let's see. Margot. Who else is doing research on their live stream? I mean, I get most jiu-jitsu people can't do research at all, but she was showing her workout.
We recently got to step into Coach Josh Fan's gym and try his jiu-jitsu specific strength program. First, we kicked things off with ball chops, full power, building rotational strength. Then came the zerchers, which are essential for jiu-jitsu. Split squats were next, bilateral work to isolate each side and build strength evenly. From there, we moved into rotational core activation on the bench. This felt so good and so hard at the same time. After that, we did isometric work, maximizing activation and stability across the chain. The camera didn't actually catch everything, but the session was packed with spinal mobility, functional movements like farmer's carry, and more core work to tie it all together. Huge thanks to Coach Josh for guiding us through his strength training built for jiu-jitsu. We recently got to step into Coach Josh.
Now, all right, who said she was going to win? What kind of zerchers are those? Yeah, I don't know. Now, when we go over to Fionn, you're going to be like, well, we're going to look at those weights. Mushmaster, he's not impressed with that Zercher squat. MTK says, it's a comparison, MacTube. Wasn't Liz Clay the last person to sub Fionn? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Liz Clay, she a thick girl. She ain't no, man, Liz Clay is thick. She thick. Helena thick. I mean, respectfully, these are not small girls. Did Liz Clay tap her out? I don't remember. I mean, Margot's doing good.
Mambo Italiano, hey mambo.
Them ain't no Fionn Davies passing. Look at those girls. Them girls, they know how to pass. Look, they can't get the arm off their leg, or get the leg off their arm. Yeah, they don't know they don't know what a lasso is in nogi. Look at them girls. They didn't know what was going on. All them girls were nogi girls. They couldn't pass no lasso. They didn't know about hand fighting, inversions. They didn't know what was going on. And that homegirl broke her ankle. Both ankles or something like that. Fractured or something. I'm going to study that too. I really want to. Wasn't it at Polaris? Yeah. Steve says, I am not impressed with her performance. Said in my GSP accent. Says Lee toe hold the heck out of her. Was that against Fionn? I don't remember that. MacTube says she looked a little shaky. Lifting those, her form was a little off. Josiah says, Alec, them after work Friday shows be lit. We be sending that. Oh no, Josiah, get back over to the light side, Josiah. Mushmash says, there's no way that wrist grip is gonna stay on in nogi. Well, I guess with those girls, but not against Fionn. MTK says, yeah, none of those girls are on the level. How many taps did she get? I don't know. Let's look up Fionn. I don't know if she's got any clips of her working out. You know, Cassie be working out. Let's jump over to Cassie real fast. You know she be working out. Again, this is all for research purposes, everybody. Was that the workout? Where's the workout? Maybe it's right there. No?
Hey guys, UFC BJJ 3 gonna be October 2nd. I'm super excited. I'm gonna go against Alexa Hickes. And let's go, guys. Happy Sunday for everyone. Oh.
I'm trying to see where she's working out. Oh, there you go. These girls built differently. Kendall Roosing. Kendall is, man, respectfully, I saw her, I was like, oh man, I was like, whoa. Yeah, some of these girls, all these girls ain't built the same. MacTube over here, thirsty too. Jason Whitfield says, Mika and Amit may not let their kid do grappling. It's becoming more common to not encourage their kids to do it because the lifestyle is very difficult with not a lot of value. Khabib's kids do gymnastics. Well, that's how they do it in Europe, man. Them kids be doing gymnastics in the wrestling class. They be learning how to backflip at 3, 4, 5 years old. You know, they start them off in gymnastics, and then then it turns into wrestling or something else, you know? I mean, okay, now compare, look at that. Margot wasn't doing nothing like that. Margot can't do that. With the chain on and multiple dips, Margot can't do that. MTK says, bro, I seen Ace Mendez getting real upset at the tournament. He don't want to do this no more, daddy. He ready to quit. He ready to play video games with his friends. The Mendez brothers, and you watch the Mendez brothers, they don't even coach their kids. They trying their best to keep the kids into it. One of the girls does gymnastics, I believe. Josiah says, Jason Whitfield, Mika finna have Mika Jr. and BJJ. Mika Jr. finna, I think Amit is gonna be in charge of that. I think he's gonna have to wrestle. Dorothy Slipper says, have we checked if Catherine Furrow Parrott is a good? Who is that? MTK says, can he quit though? Is it his choice? I had a good conversation with what's the guy with the kettlebells? What's Maxwell? What is his name? Jason Maxwell, something like that. I had a good conversation. Zach Maxwell's father, and his dad said, man, I pushed my kid too hard. You know, he pushed his kid too hard. And you know, the kid gonna hate jiu-jitsu when you push him too hard. Look at this girl, bro. Margot can't do that. She doing that easily. Margot had 5 pounds in both hands. And look at Cassie. She tossed that up like nothing. She didn't even learn how to do the proper form. She just lifted that up. Cassie might be my favorite female in BJJ at the moment. Steve Maxwell. He said he pushed his son too hard. And his son got good. And then right around brown belt and black belt, that's it. So you can force your kid to stay in jiu-jitsu up until brown belt. And then I swear to God, right around black belt, when they got to get serious, they not going to stick with it. Catherine Furrow Parrott won Nogi Worlds 2018. Why are you bringing that up, bro? Where did she come from? If you want to be thirsty, go do it on your own. Don't make us thirsty. Josiah says, don't worry, when my baby daddy and I... All right, Josiah. Did Zach beat Low? What, a brown belt or black belt? Yeah, but Zach was like... He lost to somebody. I believe it was Gorilla Grip. You know, that name did not age well, Gorilla Grip. that nickname did not age well, because now that means something different. But I believe he fought Gorilla Grip and lost, and I think that was it for him. But he was good. I mean, brown belt, he was winning everything. Jason says, Khabib said he doesn't want his kids fighting. He wants them to focus on education. I found this is happening more and more. Well, I mean, they already got money. They don't need to fight no more. Mike Tyson said the same thing to his kids. And a lot of the boxers, they don't want their kids fighting. They're smart. Josiah says, my cousin quit after black belt, after 30 years of training. Yeah. You know, some people are going to quit if you force them to stick into it too long. MTK says, I roll with Margot. She's not exceptionally strong. Now, if you roll with Fionn, you're going to be like, whoa, that girl, what the? She's going to be choking you out. He says, last time I saw Zach Maxwell was when he fought Majid Hayes. Yeah, gorilla hands. Gorilla grip. Gorilla grip, gorilla hands. It don't, what's the difference? Gorilla grip. Gorilla grip. I changed that man's nickname. Yo, Gorilla Grip. Guys, please call him that from now on. Gorilla Hands. Pause on me. Well, that's not my nickname. That's his nickname. Mushmaster says, my hypothetical kids will train, but they will make it. But will they make it their job? Heck no. I feel like your kids, yeah. Well, at least give them the genetics to be good. That's what me and Mushmaster try to do. We try to give the kids the best genetics we can get. That's why we got to go to France. We got to go to Texas. We got to go to Hawaii. And I'm going to drop Mushmaster off in Japan. Maybe he'll find something out there. Josiah says, Alec telling the truth, y'all. My aunt pushed my cousin so much that after 30 years, my cousin quit BJJ and doesn't miss it or regret it. Yeah, don't push your kid. Pause. Gorilla grip. Yo, gorilla grip. That gorilla grip. That gorilla. Josiah said, drop me in New Jersey and I'll be with my baby. I'll drop you at the bodega. Bodega Jiu-Jitsu, bro. Now, they're not going to let you into the gym. They're going to lock the doors. Josiah, bro. Josiah. Apparently, Josiah can't leave the live stream because he won't survive outside the live stream. Jason says, oh, that's crazy. Claudia's Thursday night stream was called Gorilla Grip in the Mist. Somebody just outed themselves. I didn't know. We're just on the same wavelength. That's all. So I mean, look at Cassia, man. She just learned how to do that like an hour before. I don't know if Fionn has any workout videos over here. Josiah says, I'll ecologically break into bodega if I have to. I don't know if we have her working out. Hello, Fionn. What's up? Fionn, do you have some workout videos or something? Oh, we're too thirsty over here. Fionn, where's your workout videos? We're trying to get through. I'm trying to be good. Fionn just too strong, bro. She too strong. Yeah, I'm not sure which hair color I like the best. Is that a throw?
You ready?
You know, Mushmaster in love. Nah, they broke up, bro. A year or two ago. I don't know how long ago. Whenever she moved to London, that was it. Mushmaster want him a judo girl like that. He might slide into those DMs. Maybe she got some judo friends. Fionn, we're very respectfully, we're just trying to see if you have some workout videos. Mushmaster, you might see Mushmaster all up in the pictures one day. Is this us on the that's us in elephant form. Nah, go to Fionn. You grabbing the wrong person. Who was that? Oh, that's a face. I'm trying to see her working out. We can't find it. We got to get out of here because Josiah won't be able to control himself no more. A Better Me says, here we go. Nah, we jumped out of there. We're good. We're good. Got All I See Is Gold. They said they took 4th place at Team Columbus Day Duels. All right. You know we like Jordan Burroughs over here, man. He doing some good work. Is that Lauren Burroughs? Get it, mommy. Oh, we saw this already. Got the parents working out. That's perfect, man. Got all the kids over there. All right. JB, we need you to be coaching college though. Come on, JB. We need JB coaching college, man. We need him making $500,000 a year. Come on, JB. I'm not sure how much he makes, but he definitely need to be coaching somewhere. Maybe University of Penn. I mean, I would love if he went to Rutgers, but I don't think he would. Adele got a seminar. Much Match says Kenny Monday coaches at Morgan State. That's true. I believe Morgan State's HBCU. But I definitely want to see. I mean, yeah, I kind of want to see. I want to see JB in a major program though. I'm not saying Morgan State. Morgan State's a newer. I'm not saying it's a newer program. I think they used to have a really good, good wrestling team. But they're a developing team. They're a newer team now. I would like to see JB at like a major Big Ten or something. I want to see that. I think it's good for the sport of wrestling. You get JB out there and get that young blood. Get rid of. I'm tired of the Brands brothers. I'm tired of some of these old coaches. Yeah, imagine you put JB somewhere. University of Penn, Rutgers, or somewhere. I don't know wherever it would be. It doesn't have to be the best program, but like a good program that can win some NCAA, Nebraska. Put JB out there. I don't know if he wants to go to Nebraska though, but I think that would be good optics and good for the sport. JB gonna recruit. You put JB out there, he gonna recruit. Even guys like Jaden Cox and all these guys. There's so many good wrestlers out there. Where is this at? I don't know where Escapology is. Where is this school at? It's in Europe? Cambridge. Yep, Europe. Says Terrence Crawford held at gunpoint during Omaha traffic stop hours after his victory parade. So, hey, don't matter how much money you got. Don't matter.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt, step out.
I'm opening the door. You can take mine off of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up. I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stepping out, seatbelt.
I'll just read this real fast. It says Omaha Mayor John Ewing. I say it. And Police Chief Todd Schmeriderer. I can't pronounce that name. Where's Jason Whitfield to make fun of me? The police chief are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding a traffic stop involving Terrence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. The chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in a downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly. The officers always use that. Well, they say anything driving recklessly when they want to. Near the North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. How did he see that firearm on the floorboard at night in the darkness? Maybe I guess they got the flashlight, you know. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the floorboard. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. Just to remind you, no matter what you do, there's always a reminder out there. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. They always shine the light, bro. That's true. Yeah, but I'm wondering if you could see. I'm just wondering, it's dark. Can you see a gun? I'm assuming the gun's black on the floor. Where was the gun at? It was like. He says they always shine the light, bro. I'm just wondering. Can I ask questions?
I'm opening the door. You can take mine off of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out.
I don't know. MTK says I would arrest you. Well, at least they didn't shoot him. That's pretty good. That would have been pretty bad. So it said always keep it concealed. Steve says short answer, no, you cannot. I mean, depends on how big the car is. I imagine this like not a lot of space down there. You can't even see. I can't see. You know, when you're driving, well, I guess they had the flashlight, but you know, when you're driving, you drop something down, you'd be like, where it is that? You can't even find it, and you know where it is. You still can't find it. Well, yeah, at least nobody got injured. That's pretty good too. It says they'll find a reason. They'll find a reason. Florida is concealed and open carry now. That's good to know. Well, for sure they're gonna shoot. That's why, you know, if you ever come down south, Florida, Georgia, you know, don't mess with nobody. North Carolina, South Carolina, don't mess with nobody. All right, I'm just happy, you know, nothing happened, man. Says, honestly, things could have been worse. Not saying the stop was justified. Yeah, we don't know. Well, reckless driving, what does that mean? What is reckless driving? We got John Jones. He says, Johnny Meats. What kind of name is that? What kind of name is Johnny Meats? Is that his stage name? His performing name, Johnny Meats? They were hating on Bud. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Nobody even cares about Nebraska. Oh, I mean, outside of wrestling and Terrence Crawford right now, what else is in Nebraska? Corn? That's it. You got 3 things. Wrestling, Terrence Crawford, and corn. What else in Nebraska? Johnny Meat says, it's not a matter of if he can, it's a matter of when. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. I've had many great teammates over the years, but I've always said if I would ever be a coach, it would have to be a wrestler who was completely committed to success. Gable ain't committed to nothing. I found my guy, pause on that, and I'm excited to add a world championship coach to my resume. Gable not going to stick with nothing, bro. Gable almost as bad as Johnny Meats over here. And to be honest, I feel like Gable should have been training with Cormier, because they built the same. You know, Gable ain't got the long arms and the reach and the kicks and the striking of John Jones. Personality wise, they do got the similar personality. But I feel like Gable should have been working with Cormier. But you know, what do I know? John Jones ain't no coach. If anything, he's a bad influence. He gonna have you partying the night before. You gotta fight. He got you up at the club. Gable ain't gonna stick with this, man. We all know it. He can't stick with nothing, man. We got Victoria over here. You know we like Victoria over here. She says, bruh, I'm always confused no matter the situation. Don't worry, Mushmaster said he can help you with your confusion. Jason says, Bud can do whatever he wants after his performance against Canelo. If I was a cop, I would not arrest Bud because even drunk, his coordination is better than 99% of the population. Yep. Gable dropping his mixtape soon, next week. Yeah. Gable can't stay with. Gable is effeminate. Nah, he just, yeah. Josiah likes it though. he got them Drake. He got that Drake look to him. He looked like Drake. Gable. You know, a couple of my wrestlers, Gable, Starachi. You guys seen the picture of Starachi with the nail polish on? Let me find that real fast. Starachi, Gable. Them guys be looking. Them guys be looking like, what are you guys doing over there? He be looking sassy over here. Where is Starachi at? I can't find it. He is too well groomed. Where's Starachi? Starachi 2. I gotta throw Starachi under the bus. I can't find it. Sassy. Where's Starachi at? I can't find it. There was some. Yeah, I can't find it. But Strachey was looking kind of. I can't find it. Burroughs. Nah, don't mess with Burroughs. Burroughs, he just from New Jersey. That's all. Burroughs from New Jersey. That's different. Don't throw my man Burroughs in there. Don't throw my cousin Burroughs in there. I can't find Strachey. Yeah, I can't find it. Starachi. Starachi, no, Starachi. Starachi be effeminate too. Where's Starachi at? I don't care if Starachi tries to take me out. Oh, is he at training labs? He is at training labs.
Stretch, you working or what? You want to stretch? Visual. What fucking? Let's go, brother. Let's go. Work hard, bro. Yeah. 48 seconds. Let's go. Go.
Let's go, brother.
Bro, nobody die in the bike. Go. Yes, good. 500. Better than Arman. Yes. Yes. Go. 30 seconds. 500.
Come on, MTK, you joking, bro. You said if they ever grappled together. Jordan Burroughs and Kyle Day. Yeah, man. I can't find a picture of Starachi, but you guys saw it. He had some. I can't find a picture. There's a picture right there. I can't click on it though. My man hiding his picture. That's Starachi. You saw the needs to raid that garage. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing over there at training labs. They're doing something over there. Yeah, I can't find. I can't find the Starachi pics. LL Snap says I'm back. What's up, brother? It says tag team number 1, team trophy, IBJJF STL last week. Tag team, okay. Who's with tag team? Who's that team? I can't find Starachi, but I mean Gable definitely. Mercedes Williams purple belt, double gold. Okay. I don't know who any of these people are. Who are these people? Starachi, he just, yeah, he is well manicured. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Starachi, bro. I don't know. all these guys sassy nowadays, though. But do what you guys want to do. I can't make fun of anybody. Okay, you don't have to comment. I mean, you can comment, or you can talk about whatever we're talking about. Don't spam the comment though. Don't spam the chat room. I'm like, what you talking about? St. Louis was last weekend. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know St. Louis was last weekend. MTK says, honestly, don't follow wrestling that closely, but they seem about the same. Yeah, they fought a ton of times, about a decade of fighting. Luda says, dude, you popped up in my algorithm, and I decided to start commenting. Okay, cool. IBJF is king and Gee for live. All right, Spam City, spam. Thanks. See, Luda, you pissing off the Nogi guys. Says the word you're looking for is zesty. Yeah, zesty. I mean, I ain't one to judge anymore. Let me wash out the zestiness by watching Victoria.
Fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona, her amateur record stands at 2 wins.
Oh, she did the Mikey.
Fighting out of Scottsdale.
She did the Mikey. Victoria, no. Victoria did the Mikey. She's like, where do I go? She did the Mikey. Oh no, Victoria, no. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's not gonna work out. You pulled the Mikey. Jason says, wow, the penetration state is like a virus. Sounds like Gable worked out with Starachi and is spread hard in Gable. Stay away from JB. He has a family. Yeah, JB got a family. I couldn't find the zesty pictures of Starachi. I had him somewhere from a previous live stream. MTK says, hey, it's 2025. We accept all lifestyle. That's true. That is true. We accept it. But you don't need to spam the chat room about it, though. That's the only thing. Don't spam it. Don't spam the chat about it, though. We got Kennedy getting ready for UFC BJJ 3. I bet you guys didn't even know about that. Did you guys know UFC BJJ was next weekend or this weekend? You guys didn't even know. I forgot too. What was in those vitamins? What kind of vitamins were those?
Go! Bora aqui, rápido. Ele não pode ficar confortável, vamos. Subiu, derrubou. Rápido. Mais rápido. Derruba. E... Bora, Kid. Acelera, Kid. Vamos, mais rápido. Vamos. Passou, pegou. Aí. Fecha. Hey, let's go.
What are they doing, man? What are they doing?
Close, cara. Over here, that's the house of the UFC BJJ 3.
You guys know Kennedy got a new it's not been on my feed. What do you mean? It's not been on my feed. What do you mean? Oh. You guys know Kennedy got himself a nice little girlfriend, but not girlfriend. Where is she at again? Where is that girl? We just gotta keep up. I'm keeping you guys updated. Gotta keep updated with our jealousy. I keep you guys updated with the jealousy. I guess he's still with the same girl. She might be gone though. Kennedy, did you lose your girlfriend already? It happens, bro. I believe his ex-girlfriend, not to talk about drama, but I think somebody else got his ex-girlfriend. Somebody picked his ex up. It happens to the best of us. Josiah. Josiah. I don't think Kennedy has her on here. I thought he did. We can't find her. She's not on social media. Yeah, we can't find the girlfriend. She was on here somewhere. Maybe she's gone. Yeah, I think she is gone. I can't remember her name either. But I believe somebody picked up his ex-girlfriend. Haven't seen anything about UFC BJJ. Well, because they didn't market it. It's this weekend. I think it's this weekend. I could be wrong. Kennedy, I don't see your girlfriend. I guess she's gone. Haven't seen any. Yeah, UFC BJJ. Yeah, they terrible, man. I don't see her on there either. She was somewhere. Somebody didn't know that Cobrinha and Kennedy were father and son. I was like, man, how did you not know that? Those jiu-jitsu girls aren't loyal. Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't find her. She was somewhere. Can't remember her name either. She's somewhere else. I don't know where she is. We shouldn't pull her up anyway. We did pull her up one time by accident. LL Snaps says, UFC needs to bring me in as an announcer, and they might consider it legitimate. Talking about UFC BJJ, you got Mr. Andy Varela and Merab and this guy. Who's that guy? Patchy Mix. I don't know who that is. I guess they're getting ready for UFC BJJ and UFC 320. You guys know Andy used to fight too. The thing is, he can't do that stuff when he be grappling now. None of that stuff be working when he's grappling in the tournament. I want to see LL Snap fighting at UFC BJJ.
Jiu-jitsu taught me ethics, or I don't think jiu-jitsu taught me science, but jiu-jitsu has made me self-confident enough to go, no, the ethical thing here is to exclude white supremacists from the controversial opinion that you should not teach or train with white supremacists. That's a controversial opinion now, but I'm going to stick with it. Or the controversial opinion that you should go with the scientific consensus on things like climate change or vaccine science or epidemiology. These are, quote, political things that really shouldn't be political at all. So it's jiu-jitsu that's allowed me to stand up to the mob. I mean, I got attacked by people with 10 times my social media following, and they deployed all their little trolls and all their little bots. I don't think jiu-jitsu taught me ethics, or I don't think jiu-jitsu taught me science, but jiu-jitsu has made me self-confident enough to go, no, the ethical thing here is to exclude white supremacists from the controversial opinion that you should not.
Mushmaster says he's getting tortured online. Well, look at this sport. He attacking the majority of this sport. He attack. I don't want to know who's a white supremacist at jiu-jitsu. Just don't tell me. Let me be ignorant. Let me be ignorant. I told you during COVID, it got really bad. And maybe a little bit before then too. LL Snap says he looks like a white yeah. He looks like what's the YMCA guys? YMCA. But I like Stephen Kesting. He at least he speaks up. And you know what? He puts his face out there. He puts his face, his voice, and his reputation out there. And most of the people that be complaining in the comments, they don't have their face out there. You can't. You don't know what they look like. You think they're a bot or something. Jason says Patchy was the Bellator champ. Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't Bellator go out of business? He just signed with UFC. He's 0-1. The UFC is different because he was crushing in Bellator. Now he's just a guy. Yeah, that's it's tough. You know, you go to a new organization, and same thing happened to Ben Askren. You know, he came from one championship. I think Michael Chandler did a little bit better. It's sometimes kind of hard to find your footing, and, you know, you're not the champion anymore. You go from champion to just a regular dude, you know. You're probably making less money. You lost your sponsors. He says he's the jiu-jitsu guy in the Village People. Yeah, Village People, that's it. Yeah. LL Snap says, I trained with a bunch of white supremacists before. They're not that bad. They just don't like people messing with their women. Well, they know they didn't like you then. LL Snap said they weren't that bad. Now, they threatened to kill me a couple times, but they weren't terrible. LL Snap. They just don't like, well, they got to worry about you. They for sure got to worry about you. Impregnating all their women. They don't even talk to women. Them guys can't even get women. Stephen Kesting, he says, training BJJ doesn't make you a better person. Isn't that true? That's 1,000% true. But it can give you the confidence to stand up to the mob in support of doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. I think jiu-jitsu gives people confidence to do whatever, good or bad. So it says, for the record, I'm on Stephen Kesting's side. Yeah. I already got enough issues. I'm not going to try to draw any more drama to myself. But I respect what he's doing. It says, BJJ taught me discipline that allows me as a normal person to use in other aspects of my life. No training, not training anymore, but still appreciate BJJ. I also downloaded your app. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, just don't tell me. If you're a white supremacist, just don't tell me. Let me just roll. Let me roll and go about my day. And you go do whatever you want to do, when you go home or when I leave. LL Snap says, I like the sisters. Why women? Okay, I can't. That's why the chat's not big on the screen no more. We can't have LL Snap saying some misogynistic stuff to get me canceled. He says, yeah. LL Snap says, LL Snap, you a wild man, bro. So LL Snap, he can't have his own platform. He get himself in trouble. Amit's over here, she got some videos. She pregnant, so she got nothing but time now. LL Snap says, let the racist people train as long as they pay the gym memberships. Gracies don't care. Gracies, because the Gracies are a part of them. Don't worry, we got some Gracie stories next too. Amit been through it. There's a lot of stuff she's been through. I think she had back or neck surgery and injuries and, deaths in her family. And, that girl been through a lot. And now she with the Brazilian. So she tripled her trauma. I be warning these girls about my Brazilian brothers. You got to be careful with the Brazilians and the Cubans. Yeah, I be trying to tell them. I try to tell them. I be saying, hey, watch out for the Brazilians. That's what I'm telling Helena. Watch out for the Brazilians. I tried to tell Fionn, watch out for those Brazilians. Jason says Bellator was sold the World Series of Fight. Oh, okay. And Michael Chandler has not fared much better. He's 2-5. Yeah. Oh, I thought Bellator. Oh, so Bellator is still around, or is it just World Series of Fighting now? So yeah, I'm hoping Amit does well. She asking for the struggle being with a Brazilian, but that's her life. Let her go through it. If she want to become a baby mama, well, that's that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm hoping everything works out though. Talking about the Gracies, where's the Gracie story? Where my Gracies at? Gracie's always got some drama. Let's listen to what the Gracies are trying to sell us now.
Start with the melt value. So right now, 1 ounce of silver has...
So the Gracie's going to try to sell you something. LOL Snap says, now she's about to be a single baby mama. Well, if Mika can't get that, if he can't get citizenship, she might be a baby mama. I could have warned her not to. Well, what do I know? I can't help everybody.
So how exactly does someone determine the value of this set? Number one, we start with the melt value. So right now, 1 ounce of silver has the market value of about $38. And a while back, it was a little bit less. It was like 29, 31, 32, and it shot up recently, and it's going to keep going up, I hope. The second way is the collector's value. So if you're a collector, it has value. Now, how does the collector determine how valuable it is? Starts with how many are there, the rarity. Are there 18,000 of each coin? No, there are only 400 sets, 400 of each coin. Now, these were just made right now this year, 2025. Now, in a long time, they will be old, but right now they're very new. But they do tell the history of the Gracie family from Japan to Brazil to America to the world. And then there's the honorary Gracie family coin with Carlos and Elio Gracie. And then finally, it's the quality of the silver. What is the quality? And if you look right here, I have these coins sent to a company and they grade the coins and they send the coins back with the grade. For example, all of these say PF 70. What is PF? PF is proof. That's the quality of the minting. The minting process is so high quality that the coins come back with this mirror-like finish. The 70 next to it is the grade that they get on a scale of 61 to 70. These are uncirculated coins. So the highest they can go is 70 and the lowest is 61. And they all came back with a 70. From the mint, straight to the grading, straight to my hands, perfect quality. And now they're available for you guys to enjoy. So check out the set, see if you like it, whether it's for you to enjoy or for you to one day pass on to your children, your grandchildren, to sit with them, to enjoy the precious metals, but also talk about the history of the Gracie family and jiu-jitsu over the past 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, Gracie's ready to sell you guys. I mean, hey, you know what? Somebody gonna buy that coin, a little crappy coin. Somebody gonna pay. How much was that coin for? I zoned out. Bellator is no more. Okay, oh, that's terrible. Silver Gracie coins. No thanks. Mushmaster says he was scamming back in the Metamoris days. Is that him? Huron. Oh no. Well, he wasn't the scam. Well, he was definitely in there. But who's the main brother that did that one? Halik. Halik was the brother behind Metamoris. Now Huron, he fought in a couple matches. Who cares about his coin? Yeah, well, the cult people in the cult gonna care. LL Snap says, I will buy the coin, record myself pissing on it. LL Snap says he don't like the Gracies. Raylick, that's right. Yeah, Raylick. Remember he did G and the Gi? We also watched out on this live stream. We've done a lot on this live stream. We've done a lot. They made a jacket too. G and a Gi. Yeah, we watched that. Says, oh, nice. This will go great with my Gracie Legacy NFT. The Gracies can't wait to scam you guys. And you guys are going to eat it up, man. That's all good. I prefer Gracie in Pog form. What does that mean? Oh, all of this was on my Gracie bingo card. Gracie Labubus for me. Gracie trading cards. These guys are such grifters. It's the family business. Always have been. No relevant grapplers or fighters in the last 2 decades. Come on, Hadria wasn't 2 decades ago. And using the old karate movie tropes about respect to continue fleecing the mass of newbies, I was about to say nobodies, who come to the art. Says they did have Ortega not too long ago. Says, WTF are you talking about? Kron Gracie won 80cc gold in 2013, submitting every opponent, then went on to do fairly well in MMA. Better than Galvao and probably any other BJJ fighter outside of Ortega and Damian Maia. He says you can criticize the Gracies, but you can't just make up dumb stuff like they have no relevant grappling fighters in 20 years. Mushmaster says, actually, Jason Whitfield says Gracies just talk and talk until you don't even know what they're talking about. And then you end up buying whatever they're selling about because you want to sound smart. Mushmaster says he helped popularize the I didn't tap, so I didn't lose BS. Was it Raylick or was it Huron that did that? Mushmaster says Kron didn't train with them though. It's true. That's true. Kron trained with his dad. He trained with his dad. Now I don't know what Horion and Hiron and the other Gracies did, I don't know what they did. They created Gracie University, but that was it. They sold belts online. Kron's UFC run was pretty embarrassing. Well, not the initial run. Let's see. Well, to get into the nitty gritty, there's been a lot of good fighters. To talk about Kron, I want to talk about the Gracies. The UFC was the infomercial. Infomercial. Yep. Horion. Yeah, Horion. Oh, Horion. Did he start that? Well, no, I think Helio was doing that back in the day too. Remember when he fought Kimura and he's like, he got choked out. He's like, I didn't tap. I didn't tap. I just took a little nap. Kron was actually good at jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Kron was good. Now he got beat up at black belt though. Says, let's not get carried away. The UFC was a success for the Gracies because BJJ is that good. Sure, stars align, but let's be honest. Very few people at the time would have been able to do good against Hoist. And if Hoist was not good enough, Hickson was. Someone said they also primarily booked bums and no grapplers outside of Shamrock, who was put against the only other fighter with a decent record in round 1, Patrick Smith. The other fighters either came into the UFC with no fight record or a losing record with hardly any fights. The guy with the most wins and most fights among them was 4-11. Someone says this is BS. First, they did not choose Hoist. It was supposed to be Hickson until Horion became too greedy and tried to mess him over with money. Oh no! Of course, Horion got greedy. The Gracies are greedy, bro. We could have had Hickson Gracie out there destroying people. Jay Duvall says Hickson Gracie claims he has like 700 fights. They're including every role they ever had, every role in their whole life. Much Master says Kron took silver at Black Belt and Gi Worlds. Who beat him that year? I didn't know he took silver. He had a nice match with Buchecha, won ADCC. He should have stuck with grappling. What year? Who did he lose to that year? Kron's Black Belt debut against Sergio Moraes. Yeah, I was there for that one. That was pretty crazy. Did he take silver at Black Belt Worlds? I didn't know that. You know what? Kron would tap out Octavio Souza though. For some reason, he would just beat Octavio Souza. Durinho. He lost to Durinho. Durinho was good, man. Gilbert Burns. He beat him in the finals. Okay. That must have been lightweight then. Jay Duvall says, wonder if Kron's guard passing instruction was any good. Well, Kron was never a guard passer. He was more of like I'm a choke you out kind of grappler. Especially in the gi, he would just get on your neck. He had a good guard though. He had like a really good close guard, submissions and stuff like that. I don't remember his passing though. Someone says it's easier to call Moneyberg and sell his first stripe. Yeah, they could have made more money selling the Moneyberg. Did he really suggest I sit with my grandchildren and enjoy the precious metals? Yeah. Shameless grifting unfortunately reaps great rewards. That's true. The grifters make more money than the honest people out here. Jade Vall says, I already read that. It says zero collector's value. Just go get silver at a pawn shop. This is so embarrassing. It feels like he's going to sell kitchen gadgets next. Tap into the Gracie Diet Legacy with your very own Gracie Acai Arm Bar Blender. They're going to be selling that next. Yeah, they might make some real money with that though. Says the Gracie University guys would sell the ashes of Helio if they turned into a hoodie. They might just sell the ashes. They don't need the hoodie. They just sell the ashes to you for. Now, how much would you buy Helio Gracie's ashes for? That's the question. Kron had all submissions at brown belt, 50+ match. Yeah, he tapped my homeboys out at brown belt. Yeah, I don't think he lost it all. But then he went on to lose his first match at black belt. That was crazy. Says, why is he doing it with silver when he could grift much easier with NFTs? Yeah, I mean, Gracie's good at they good at grifting, bro. Says, for anyone wondering, they're selling the set of 5 coins for $848. So you can buy $220 of silver for almost 4 times the price. Wow, don't do that, people. Josiah's baby daddy. All right. All right, Josiah. I'm gonna tell my homeboy about you. My homeboy, he don't like people shit talking him. He might beat you up. Kron won't tap out my baby dad. I think he would, actually. So we got the Gracie coins over here if you guys want to purchase them. Gracie Legacy set coin set. Gracie Legacy coin set. There we go. Who's gonna buy that? Who's gonna pay for? Could never be me. I can't buy for that. I can't pay for that. You guys can pay for that though. Says this commemorative coin set is a special tribute to the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu legacy, with only 400 sets minted and 300 available to the public. Each of the 5 coins is made from 1 ounce of 0.999 fine silver and represents a chapter in the story: Japan, Brazil, the United States, the world, and the Gracie family. All right, so if you want to buy that, that's about $600 for that 5 coins. Japan coin. All right, that's not terrible. Look at that Japan coin. Who wants the Japan coin? I might take the Japan coin. I might take one of those. Jiu-Jitsu was born in the land of the rising sun, where warrior culture thrived and honor reigned supreme. My man, they reimagining history over here. Its ethos continues to inspire martial arts worldwide, both on and off the mats. Okay, you got the Brazil coin. Okay, all right. Of course, the Gracie on the Brazil. Okay, yeah, well, we knew that. The Gracie family's mastery of leverage and technique reshaped jiu-jitsu. Are you sure you guys mastered all this stuff? I think you guys just market it better. Making it accessible to anyone willing to learn and with money, and while preserving its self-defense roots. A brave few risked everything to prove the art's superiority against all challengers. United States coin, got the eagle on there. All right. Televised fights in the United States became the proving ground for jiu-jitsu, showcasing its dominance over other self-defense systems. The message was clear: to unlock their full potential, every martial artist must embrace jiu-jitsu. Get this out the way. World coin. All right, jiu-jitsu taking over the world. There's the triangle that LOL Snap loves to do. Says jiu-jitsu has revolutionized combat sports and extended its influence beyond the mat, transforming personal lives and professional fields from healthcare to law enforcement. I don't know if that's true. Its limitless applications mark only the beginning of its global impact. Blah. Can't read. He says, I can't afford that. Besides its revisionist jiu-jitsu history, no mention of Oswaldo Fada or other Japanese masters in Brazil. Well, the Gracies just invented jiu-jitsu from Brazil. Japan, they didn't say nothing about Japan. Japan, Brazil. What happened? Who went over from Japan to Brazil? They skipped all of that. You know what? I don't think there's proof that the Gracies trained with Maeda or anybody. They trained with somebody that trained with Maeda, possibly. Family coin. With love and respect and gratitude, we honor Carlos, Helio, and every member of the Gracie family. Their legacy lives on through the global jiu-jitsu community, every practitioner who carries the art forward with dedication and passion. They for sure going to be selling you. Are you guys going to buy this stuff?
Growing up in the Gracie family, my father traveled a fair amount to teach jiu-jitsu. And when he would come home from his travels, he sometimes brought me a gift, and that gift was often a pocket knife. Now, my mother, rest in peace.
Why is it so big? Pause on me. Pause on me.
Didn't get to travel as much. She was at home doing the hard work of raising all these kids. Now, she would somehow get her hands on coins from the United States and coins from around the world. And I think her and I both started to appreciate the feel, the weight, the designs on the coins. We didn't really understand the value of the coin or what the design meant, but we just appreciated having the coins. Over the years, I've learned that coins can be made in different precious metals: gold and silver, for example. And the price of gold and silver just keep going up. And then I also learned that you can mint your own coins. So because we're celebrating 100 years of the Gracie family, I thought to myself, wow, why isn't there a coin set that tells the story of the past 100 years? Very, very brief story from Japan to Brazil to the USA and around the world. And then there's the honorary family coin in the middle. Why not have a cool coin set that I can sit with my kids, show it to them, talk about the history of the family, and at the same time get them collecting coins? So if this is something you might appreciate, check it out.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna buy that. I don't have that kind of money to waste on some coins with the Gracie family. Yeah, I don't want the Gracie family coin. Jeez, I gotta speed up a little bit. We got Muggsy. So my man Muggsy went over to Miami one time, and he just I guess he lost his mind over there. He's like, I can make some real money by scamming you guys. He's gonna have a coin coming out too. Says, hey chat, let's buy this set for Alex's birthday. Nah, don't waste your money on that. Don't waste your money on that. Don't give the Gracies more money. Let's listen to Muggsy.
On the goddamn planet. Nothing on this earth can be sold without someone marketing the product or service first. I want you to look in your house, look at the floor, look at the carpet. Some company had to market themselves to come into your home and put the carpet on the floor. Everything is marketing. I don't care what any sales guy say. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't care how much money they make. They can't sell shit without me. I come first. The marketing come first. I'm the most important piece of this puzzle. If I stop, the money stop. Attention is the #1 currency of the modern day world. Attention equates to marketing. So to not want to master marketing is a name for a business owner. And most businesses, ironically, are horrible at marketing, which blows my fucking mind. Dwindle down on the skill of marketing. Now, that has different little pieces. So you got what? Marketing, human nature, psychology, editing. It all comes in one. These are all skills that make marketing abundant. You understand? Marketing is the #1 skill on the goddamn.
When I hear people start talking like this, I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm not saying marketing is not important, but I think there's a lot more important things in life than marketing. Someone says, you're wrong. Not about it being a valuable and great skill, but about everything needing marketing. Water, carpet, tile, bed, food, a house, construction. These are all things people will buy regardless of you marketing it or not. And if you are in the right place at the right time, if you are not in the right place at the right time, marketing can still get you your product sold when it's not in people's faces. It's the difference. Marketing is important, but it's not more important than a lot of other stuff. My man Muggsy, he gonna be scamming us soon. These girls had a camp the other day. I wasn't invited, but maybe next time I can go.
O oponente digno. Nossa batalha será mais do que lendária.
I grab the same left.
Okay, yes. Or it's a fight too. Yeah.
She got that gorilla. She got that gorilla. Pause on me. I'm sorry, guys. Pause on me. Fionn, what happened, Fionn? Well, Fionn beat A-Rod before. That's right, Fionn, just let Fionn grab you. That's it. I didn't know her reaction was that fast, though. A-Rod got that fast reaction, bro. Her reaction is insane. That's quick. Jason says, did that guy just say the Gracies mastered leverage? Yep, they did. They mastered and they taught the masses what leverage was. I think all the leverage was already there, but they marketed better than the Japanese did. The Japanese are the most creative when it comes to techniques and leverage. The Japanese are just humble about it. I mean, the Japanese don't care about what's going on around the world. They just care about what's going on in Japan. And that just let the Gracies kind of go wild. We already saw this, but, you know, we'll watch it again. Vanderlei. It didn't even look like it hit him, really. Poor Vanderlei, bro. I guess it did. It clipped him. It didn't even look like it hit him. Maybe he's. Okay, it did hit him. It just clipped him real fast. Don't take much to knock somebody out, man. We got 1 more hour. You guys know. Bro, this 3 hours go pretty fast. It says the streets of Omaha are packed out for Terrence Crawford. This is before he got arrested and pulled over and arrested. Or pulled over. He wasn't arrested, but he did get pulled over. Yo, the police said, we got to pull this guy over. We got to humble this guy. Humble him quick. Of course, you guys know Smashing Machine's coming out. I think I'm going to go see this.
Hello. And thank you to everyone for allowing me to be here today. How can I just let you walk away? You have been extremely understanding to me dealing with my personal struggles.
The Graviton, listen, he's the best.
There's no way I can't ride that.
Why?
Why? Because my tummy. You know what that would do to my tummy. I would get sick everywhere.
No, it's about perspective, okay?
Just let you leave without a trace.
But on the inside, you don't feel it.
Let me stop that before YouTube hit me with some copyright or something. They quick to hit me. Smashing Machine, I believe, comes out the 5th or the 3rd or something. I have no clue. Helena's over here getting weighed in. I guess she already competed, but you know, where's LOL Snapped and Josiah? They love Helena. She too young for you guys though.
She is the Polaris 70-kilogram champion, the IBJJF Brown Belt World Champion, the 2024 ADCC World Champion Silver Medalist winner, and also the 2025 CJI Women's Division Champion, and our very own reigning, defending 155-pound pit fighting champion, Helena Greffon!
All right, that's Selena. You guys love her. And she got the belt too. Josiah, did you watch that? I feel like Josiah watches everything. Josiah watched everything. Oh, there it is right there.
By submission, Helena, the Jiu-Jitsu girl, Greffon!
Mason getting her belt on her. Type. She's
your winner by
Says the two type of judoka. The Georgianos and the Japaneses. I guess that's true. I don't know how I found that. Let's see. Somebody asked about Kyle Dake. Kyle Dake, of course he wrestled JB.
Yesterday was to come up from behind and squeeze me. Oh, Kyle in, looking for that arm. He's going to stand up and look for 4.
And then get it. Oh, get it. Still didn't get it. There's no good. Oh, he got it that time. Beautiful job.
Is it judgment?
There it is. Correct on the judgment.
Yes. Kyle's way of greeting me yesterday was to come up from behind and squeeze me. Oh, Kyle Lynn, looking for that arm. He's going to stand up and look for 4.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Still didn't get it, but he's going to get it. Oh, he got it that time.
You guys know Chael Sonnen. That's what he did before he went to CGI. He was commentating for this RAF. There's another one coming up, and Helen, not Helena, will be there. So maybe I need to go out there and check her out. Support her. Bro, look how many tabs I got open. I'm cooked. Another episode of us being jealous. Look at Guy Mendez over here with his beautiful wife. Respectfully. We jealous. I know, man. We all jealous. Hey, how you doing? They have a lot of kids, too. We're just going to go through. You know the Mendez brothers got money, bro. You know, they got a compound over there. And Costa Mesa, man, they got way more money than me. I'm sorry. Woo! They doing good, man, you know. I mean, I don't really like the Mendez brothers like that, you know. I mean, as athletes, but not as people. But they definitely make more money than us. Or me, not you guys, but me. We could be jealous, though. It's okay to be jealous. They got the basketball court, pool. How you got all that in California? You know how much that costs in California? You know what that costs in California, people? Man, that's crazy over there. We pocket watching a little bit. They got the solar panels, boats. They got way more money than us. Yeah, we're jealous. I'm jealous. And you know, the kids, I don't want to grapple anymore, Daddy. I want to do gymnastics. I want to do baseball. They're trapping. They got to be doing something, bro. That's like a really nice pad, bro. That's like, how much do you think that costs, man? Is anybody here a real estate person? How much you think that house costs? That's a compound. And Costa Mesa, people, you can't get a shack for, bro, the shack costs $1 million. Man, that's a baller place. How much you think that place costs? Much faster that they trapping. They gotta be doing something. Jason says the Gracies are right. The Japanese have thousands of pages of techniques that show no leverage. Where would judo be without the Gracies? Thank you, Helio. Hey, Jason Whitfield, how much this house costs, bro? Let me know. I'm trying to figure it out. Man, that's crazy, bro. Actually, all them AOJ athletes living good. How they got so much money? All them AOJ people living good, bro. I swear to God, Tynan over there with this I was about to say Prius, with this Porsche. Even homeboy Gutenberg living good. Now he ain't living like them. Who knows about housing prices over there? He says, hey, Alec, at Alliance Atlanta, was there a brother named Damien? That is a black belt? Yeah, Dirty D. Yeah, I know Damien. Of course I know Damien. I know everybody over there. Well, old people. The owner of IBJJF owns islands. No way. How? Seriously? No. Can you send some proof? Where? In the Caribbean? Man, if he got islands, bro, and we over here struggling, struggle streaming, working 9 to 5, and they got islands. I mean, the Gracies always gonna have some money. The Gracies, they be scamming you, got you buying coins, silver coins you don't need. I need some proof of that, bro. How you know that? How you know that? I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just want some proof. IBJJF Island. It's next to Epstein Island. IBJJF Island. The Gracies got money, bro. The Gracies, they made some bank off of us, bro. I mean, just your registration fees alone. It's like $35. I think it went up to $40. How many? Yeah, I'm not sure how many. Yeah, they making money, bro. We need some proof on that, man. I kind of want to watch some YouTube. Give my voice a break. Actually, let me play that real. That's kind of sad. I guess Lewis Hamilton's dog is not doing too well. Bulldogs, I mean, they're not the healthiest breed of animals, guys. But, he would bring the dog to the, all the races and stuff. So I don't know how the dog's doing. So hopefully, dogs, bro. I mean, it's sad. They don't live as long as us. It's just the way they are. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, that dog was spoiled. He lucked out as far as getting a human. You got a rich human that's gonna spoil you and put you out in public and that's sweet, man. I'm sorry, doggy. We had a dog on the stream last week. It says Sarah Gaval versus Helena Cravar, both in Nogi Pans bracket. The thing is, they might switch their weight classes. So maybe they'll both do absolute. So hopefully that will go down. Because they didn't fight at Pans or Worlds. They just went to different weight classes. Before Muggsy scams us or sells us on something, let's watch a YouTube video. I better not see a commercial, bro. I better not see a commercial. The heck is going on over here? No. Don't you dare put a commercial on me. We ain't paying for commercials. Why the heck would it do that? All right, we should be good. Yeah, we don't watch commercials on this channel.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fix My Game. Today we got Declan Moody, the White Monster. He's going to be competing at WNO 30 in the 8-man bracket.
That's not a good nickname, the White Monster. I'm hoping the White Monster energy drink, not White supremacist monster. I'm sorry, Declan. I don't think Declan would do that. Hopefully not. The White Monster. Jason Whitfield says, Gee lives in Orange County, which is very affluent. Just an average home is well over 1.5 million. I was about to say milli. 1.5 milli. Let me say milli. And that house is not average, so it's at least 3 million. Oh, and with upgrades, it's getting close to 4. How do they make that kind of money? They got some money, bro. What the heck is going on over there? How are they making that kind of money? Now, I don't know what their mortgage is looking like. They might have a mortgage, 30-year mortgage on that thing. I'm not saying they don't deserve that, but man, they got everything. Everything's been given to the Mendez brothers. The school got given to them by the guy, Taynor. Taynor gave them a school, $1 million worth of house and cars, beautiful wives. Life ain't fair, man. Life ain't fair. Mushmaster said we're hustling backwards. What did we do wrong? What's crazy? I'm the same age as I think Guy Mendez is a little bit older. I'm the same age as Hoffa Mendez. He got way more going for him. Now I might live longer than him. That's the only thing. But if Hoffa Mendez lived longer than me, I'm gonna be really upset. Like, all right, God, what the heck was going on over here? They be taking the whole family to Japan for vacation, Italy. All the world championships. They got everything. They got everything. Life ain't fair, bro. Like Josiah said life ain't fair. I'm telling you life ain't fair, Josiah. Jay Duvall says how much they charge a month at their school. I think three something. They probably got 500 members. I'm maybe 800. Let's say 800. Yeah, they making bank over there. They making bank over there. Man, I'm cooked, bro. I'm cooked. Unless my streaming pops off, I'm cooked. Mushmaster, start your live stream right now, Mushmaster. I mean, I am a little jealous. It's to be fair, I am a little jealous, but they earned they earned everything they got. They put in the work, and they put in their life and blood and sweat and tears into the sport. Not to say I haven't either, or Mushmaster hasn't either. We are hustling backwards. But Mushmaster, all you got to do is make the Olympic team. You better than everybody. All you got to do is make the Olympic team. You good. Josiah says, my baby daddy beating your homeboy. Nah. I'm gonna tell my homeboy he gotta show up to open mat. Nighttime World says training costs at the Art of Jiu-Jitsu Academy vary depending on the program. I said over 300. Yeah, 300. 500 members. Oh, you put 3. I just put in. Here's what I put in. I'm assuming they have I said 800 members times $300. This is what they might be clearing monthly, not including expenses and rent and whatever else. So that's a good figure times 12. They're probably clearing $3 million a year, which is not bad for a small business. $3 million, maybe more, $3.5 million. That's not bad for business. It says training costs vary, class packages. Well, you know what? You can go to AOJ and you can sign up for classes on there. Did you guys know that? He says Grippo, but he's training ecologically though. Is it Friday or Saturday, bro? I believe Nogi Pans is Saturday. What the Josiah talking about his baby daddy. Let's watch Declan, but I'll just show you guys real quick. You can I find it? I think you can go AOJ. I think you can sign up online. Yeah, it's just right here. Depending on what location you go to, you can just, let's say Costa Mesa adult program. You get $315 per month, or just pay $3,400, $3,500 for the year. There you go. You can just sign up online. Cancel anytime, no cancellation fee. So most gyms can't do this. Most gyms can't. $265 for kids. That's not terrible. For the best gym in the world, yeah. Most gyms can't put their prices up because you guys gonna haggle and try to negotiate. But they can do that because they doing good. They got it made over there, bro. Life ain't fair. That's what I learned right now. Mushmaster says these gym owners make a grip, bro. If you play it right, you can live comfortably. Every time I had a seminar, the owner said the same thing. It does come with its own issues. You got to deal with people. I just don't want to deal with people. But you can make a good living. Also they got the best people in the world. So most gyms ain't got that. Now I know some gyms, they do have good instructors, but they be giving the belts out pretty fast, the stripes out pretty fast. So they can get some numbers. They can get 300 students in no time, paying $200, $300. So some of that's marketing and business know-how. Does anyone know Josiah in real life? Who has trained together in this chat? Well, I know a couple people in real life, but I don't know Josiah in real life. Let's leave Josiah alone, okay? Leave him alone, please. Please leave Josiah alone. Do not distract Josiah, please. Nighttime World says, I heard they are only good at training lightweights and people half their size. Or people their size. Yeah, they don't have the best heavyweight people. I think Gutenberg's probably, and Felipe Pena, or Felipe Andrews, sorry, not Felipe Pena. They don't really have, that AOJ style don't really work on the big guys. It doesn't really work. Some of the Bolo stuff might work, but the big guys just too strong for their style of grappling now. Middleweight and below, they good. Nighttime World says because their technique revolves around their body type. It's not so much their body type, but the strategies for lighter weight fighters up until middleweight. Middleweight and lower, it works, but the strategies for the big guys is completely different. As far as just playing guard. Some of the big guys, you can't afford to play guard on everybody unless you're Eric Munez or somebody. Some of the strategies and, the game planning don't really work for the big guys. Because you're going to get some big monsters out there. You can't bolo. They be on their knees. You can't bolo that guy. You got to fight Roosevelt. Souza, he on his knees. That's what happened at the finals. Gutenberg versus Roosevelt. You know, some of these guys, you can't move. There's nothing you could do.
But we're going to see if, we can learn something from Declan today. Let's see. Get right into it.
Penetration state guy, Jason Whitfield. Trey didn't do nothing. Trey, what'd you just do? You did a slide by to your back. That was it. We can't play this music.
I'm just getting warmed up. Grip.
Declan got a good guard for a big guy. Don't underestimate these Australians. I'm gonna zoom through the music. Hopefully turn the music off.
Here is not necessarily to pass from this position specifically.
The white
My
monster
goal
looks
is
strong.
for you to fatigue yourself by engaging your core and your upper body. So I have to think of how I'm going to cause this fatigue. So to fatigue the core, I'm going to take your knee away from your chest. Everyone knows defending the guard, the goal is knees to chest always.
So now I'm pushing back into you?
Exactly. I start to take your knee away from your chest, and notice I reinforce my elbow and my knee. So everything here is like my skeletal structure. If I'm using my pec, my bicep, and my forearm to push, now it's my arm and my chest versus your leg and your core. But if I reinforce everything through my skeleton, it's now just a frame here that you're pushing in and I'm using zero energy. Now I want to incorporate your upper body. So to do that, I drop my head. This is immediately going to cause you to keep my head away by pushing, okay? And now it becomes this battle of you're doing a bench press and you're trying to keep your knees to your chest. So you're trying to push, and I start to do things here, make you push me again. And it becomes this battle where you're starting to get tired, but all I'm doing is maintaining a very relaxed position here. And this is where I have success. And this is where people now start to throw high legs and things. And this is when we move into our north-south style passing.
So obviously, we see you outside pass all the time, and we they throw the lasso, you kind of pass from there and everything. We see you pass X guard a lot and stuff, but most of it is just coming from the J
point. Yeah.
Okay.
So most of my outside passing starts at this J point because I don't want to pass immediately. If I can pass once, in my head I know I can pass as many times as I want, because I've caused that fatigue that their guard retention is just going to start to fade and fade throughout the match.
Okay, cool. I guess building on that J point, because it's like J point and split squat.
Yes.
Do those kind of go hand in hand?
For sure. Because whenever we're looking at outside pass, the most common response is something here to stop my ability to track to the outside.
Much Match said, "Why are they turning so red?" I'm not sure about Trey. I think he just out of shape. No offense, Trey. Now Declan, I'm not sure about Declan. Maybe his vitamins are not, they turn him red. The white monster. So far we have the gorilla grip and the white monster. I don't know if that's the best name.
Place my hand on the ribs and then I reinforce my elbow with my rib cage. So now if you try and high leg, very difficult. If you try and low leg, very difficult.
Low leg,
and optimally, when you low leg, so I fill this space with my upper body. Now we're getting into chest positions. This is something I have a lot of success with, is just maintaining a good elbow position and always reinforcing with my shoulder.
This is all some basic stuff. We've been doing this whole time.
So everything we've talked about so far is pretty much sturdy reinforced frames, in the split squat.
Possible. So I always try and think of body to me away. Notice my elbow positioning here. It's very easy for me to start to look for my rail drags. Notice my elbow positioning here. Because I'm opening my chest, a lot of times the guy's going to place the knee in my rib cage. So my elbow comes back on top of the quad and I move my hip. From now I can back elbow to gain chest to chest. A lot of times guys get a good rail drag.
That's the knee.
Yeah, they feel this knee and they do a big slide out and they try and
this guy's crazy because he just pushed the leg. He pushed the leg back with his elbow. Most of us can't. We stuck. Can't do nothing. If that knee comes in, that knee pushed me out the way. He pushed the knee back with his elbow like it wasn't nothing. All right, get back. Much better said that's the knee cut we teach little kids. I mean, it's fundamental stuff. The no-gi people a little bit behind though. They're like, have you heard this split squat? Look, I'm gonna frame off the hip when I pass with the knee cut. I think we've been doing that this whole time. Says nobody's moving. Nobody's moving that leg. How do you do that? I'm like, wait a second, I can't do that. I'm over here struggling to hurt your shoulder. Ow, my shoulder hurts. He pushed that knee back like it was nothing. How did he do that? I knew something was off. Wait a second.
Elbow to gain chest to chest. A lot of times, guys get a good round drag.
J-point, yeah, Helio created
they feel
that.
this knee, and they do a big slide out, and they try and turn the corner, but the guy finds that bottom knee back inside. So when I rail drag, I like to stay over the top of my opponent, elbow on the quad. And I'll start to push, and then when I get a push back, I use
All right,
my
he did set it up though. He did set it up.
Again,
he did set it
I
up.
to take a little offset of my hips, because obviously if I'm pushing
He did
in
set
and
it
they're
up a
pushing
little
in,
bit.
we're meeting in the middle. There's a lot of friction. I'm not going to be able to pass his knee. So I open that space, use my elbow.
All right, that time he did set up. He just went back and pushed. What happens when it doesn't get out the way?
Show it one more time, listen.
So again, we're in the split squat here, and I'm leaning with my head and trying to get a big pushback reaction. Access this rail drag. My elbow is on top of the quad. I get some more push. I get a push back, offset my hip, guard with my elbow to get chest to chest.
Nice. Can I try that on you real quick?
I know Mushmaster misses that place. You miss B Team Mushmaster? Just like bodybuilding, if you're serious about it, you got to jump on the juice. Actually, that's not true in Nighttime World. There's a lot of people that aren't on the juice. Now, I'm not saying they're winning. They're winning the tournaments, but they're competitive. You know, you don't need to use all this stuff to be out there. Says nobody's moved that leg like that. Well, he did. First time he kind of set it up a little bit, but I'm gonna test that out and let you guys know. He says, Jay Swiffle says, J-Point, didn't Helio create that technique? Yeah. Mushmaster said, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Mushmaster says, please, someone do the John Jones arm crank from there. Nighttime World says, the White Monster doesn't seem very good compared to all the other athletes that have been on the show. What show? This show? Or that show? You know what? He doesn't have to be as good because he's way bigger. They still call it B Team, not Simple Man Martial Art. Well, I'm not going to say Simple Man Jiu-Jitsu. That sounds terrible. Hey, yo, are you training at Simple Man today? That's a terrible name. Terrible branding. Where's Muggsy to talk about marketing? How old is this kid? That's what I really wanted to figure out. He might be 20 years old. How old is this guy? Jason says Declan is showing. Well, they did say B Team. Wasn't it B Team in that video? Oh, it did say B Team. I'm trying to see how old Declan is. Declan is showing respect to Helio by calling it the Rao Drag because he knows Helio's middle name was the Rule Drag. That's a nice Easter egg for all you jiu-jitsu nerds. How old? Oh, dang. He looks way different. Yeah, he's on some stuff. Look at him. He looks like a different person. He didn't have those traps. He had shoulders, though. Actually, he did have shoulders right there. He was born January 13th, 1997. 28. Okay, he's a little bit older. Never mind. I thought he was younger.
Needs to get involved here. So my elbow again, same as the rail drag. My elbow is monitoring this sort of section here. And I start to pull you towards me. From here.
That's some good stuff, man.
Thank you very much.
Where can the people follow you and learn some more of this stuff?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Declan Moody. Follow my podcast, the White Monster Podcast, myself and Austin Senos. And BJJ Fanatics Instructional coming out soon on my outside north-south passing.
Let's go. I saw we posted one video of you doing a breakdown. A lot of people were saying, quit teasing us, Declan. Just drop it already.
I know. It's coming. It's coming. They have it, so it's on them now.
All right, there we go. And make sure you guys also tune in on October 24th, where Declan Mooney's going to be taking part in the WNO 30 8-man bracket. It's going to be sick. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
He kind of looks better. He kind of looks better in this picture than he did in the other picture, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. I can't see a good view of his face. Well, if you told me he was 40 years old, I would believe you. If you said this is a 40-year-old man, I'm like, yeah, he looks good for his age. Jesus Christ. We got about 30 minutes. Yeah, he does look 40. Let me try to get through some of these. God dang, I got too much crap. Helen continues to inspire female wrestlers. Yep, she does. We're gonna skip Helen today. Hey Helen, how you doing? Mushmaster said he's gonna slide into her DMs though. We're just gonna zoom through this. Yeah, all right. Oh shoot, I skipped a ton of crap. We're gonna skip Muggsy. I don't want to listen to Muggsy unless it's about Raph. Let me try to get through some of these stories. Yeah, we don't care about that. And some days I don't cover everything. I'm just like, I do like this one though.
Pretty awesome edit. Starts off with my brutal 125-pound weight cut and going through different parts of my career, right? The highs and the lows of the MMA world, the highest highs and the lowest lows, and he gets all of it. It's a pretty badass edit, man. Whoever did the original one, kudos. They always send it to me too, like, rate my edit. It's like, dude, you didn't edit this. Someone else did this. This was like from a year ago now.
Tell me what our time went, and if it was time well spent, just don't let me fall asleep.
Just like we ain't got no more bets. Our bet's finished. Our bet is finished, bro. Of course, the Gracie. Well, it wasn't Gracie. Who did this fight? Was it the Gracies? Who did this fight? Old school jiu-jitsu, made to defend yourself against even an enraged 400-pound, roided, hungover, and strung out combatant. What's crazy is that this is what you hate TJ. Why you hate TJ, man? What's crazy is that, jiu-jitsu used to be like, martial arts to beat these, bodybuilding guys. Now, the bodybuilding guys are the jiu-jitsu guys now. The roided up bodybuilding guy is the jiu-jitsu guy now. So, we've come full circle.
Spectacular to see here. This is just an old school fight, but what I want to show you and what I want to identify is the difference between old school jiu-jitsu and new school jiu-jitsu, right? New school jiu-jitsu is very competition oriented. This is a competition, but you about to get them bare knuckles to the teeth right there. So he's doing the old Gracie push to the knees right there. It's a way to either you get angry and you close the distance, which is what he wants, or they're gonna do that to a takedown. But here he's throwing some punches all over the place, because mostly he's a grappler. So the guy should have probably just stood up and kept banging until it made him take him down. He's probably strong enough to block him if he was just trying to get up. But he goes into his world, and of course he's a master at jiu-jitsu. So you can see there's no kind of funky, crazy guards going on. When you're doing fights for real and street fights, you're trying to control them, trying to keep them from punching you, and it's very basic. It's basically, or at the highest level, really, it's white belt moves done to perfection. That's what helps people win. That's what helps people win to the UFC. It's nothing spectacular, really, every once in a while, but it's really just straightforward fighting that's been done for thousands and thousands of years. Keep it simple. Look, there's nothing spectacular.
Yeah, that's the bodybuilder guy. That's what the jiu-jitsu guys look like nowadays. That's what the jiu-jitsu guys are turning into. Ella Snaps says, doing vitamins and fighting should be criminal offense. I mean, you can kill somebody out there with all that stuff. Jason says, the chat is chatting too much. We don't give you time to get to all your stories. Guys, if we don't chill, we're not going to get to all the thirst videos. Who said we got thirst videos? Next guy says, when I first started jiu-jitsu, we practiced closing the distance, takedown, and strikes. Yeah, they used to. You know, the people training back in those days were different, man. You know, they wanted to actually scrap back in those days. You couldn't wait to roll. You know, back in the day, you couldn't wait to roll. You couldn't wait to punch somebody and submit them and choke them out. You couldn't wait to do all that stuff. Nowadays, people soft nowadays. That's true. People soft. They don't want to warm up. The warm-up's too hard. Got to sweat. People don't want to drill. Don't want to drill the technique. And, you know, I don't want to. They don't want to learn takedowns. They don't want to pass the guard. They don't want to roll. People all I hear is complaints. Back in the day, you didn't complain at all. Your coach told you to do something, you just did it. I mean, now that wasn't always the best game plan. He says BJJ guys have terrible takedowns and little to no striking. It's embarrassing. Well, it depends on your lineage. So if you're from the Fada lineage, you're gonna learn some takedowns. Look at I was about to say Tedade, Jacare, Hodolfo. Those guys had good takedowns. They had more of a judo background. Now, if you're from the Gracie lineage, they didn't really want to do takedowns because they weren't athletic. And, you know, we don't have time to work our takedowns anymore. If your class 1 hour long, you ain't got time to do the takedown and warm up. We literally have no time to work your takedowns unless you stay after class. And then most people don't do the warm up, so they don't know how to break fall. How you gonna learn takedowns? You don't know how to roll. You don't know how to fall. You know, it's just a cluster of issues. But you guys want shorter classes. You guys want to get home early. You guys don't want to train for 2 hours, 3 hours. You can't make people stay for 2 hours or 3 hours. You can't make people roll for an hour. I mean, you know, do multiple rolls in 1 hour. LL Snap says, I seen people leave the gym because of warm-ups. They see LOL Snap warm up. They're like, all right, I'm gonna leave now. LOL Snap says, I don't do jiu-jitsu warm-ups. They're useless. Well, for you, but they are good for regular people. Regular people need to do the warm-up. Nighttime Roll says, true. LOL Snap says, me and you are from the same lineage. You from the Cuban lineage. You from the Cuban lineage. What? How you mean we from the same lineage? From Africa? Or from jiu-jitsu lineage? I don't think I got Cuban God in me. I don't think I got that in me. I got regular people in me. Nighttime Roll says, we start our rolls standing up. I heard some gyms start from their knees. Well, it depends. If you got space, some schools, we don't got space. Like if I try to stand up at Iron Horse during regular time, like tonight, it's not going to work. Because I'm going to kick off somebody's neck, jump off somebody's neck. You know, it's not going to work. But if you have time, if you have the space, you can work your takedowns. Some schools start standing. Yeah, some schools do start standing. Some schools start on the ground. Jiu-jitsu. Okay. LL Snap said we got the same lineage. I was like, I got some cousins in Cuba. Actually, I do. Cousin Chamizo. You know Chamizo, my cousin. You didn't know that, LL Snap? He says, I'm from George Gracie lineage. However, I still practiced old school after regular classes. Yeah. Well, even at Alliance, we used to do takedowns. It depends. Like, we used to do a lot of takedown drills and stuff like that. But things change and, you know, people age out and the techniques of the past, we don't maintain the same techniques. So, yeah, takedowns kind of get overlooked. Jesus, how many tabs I got open? We've got about 30 minutes. You know Muggsy going to be doing RAF. He's not going to win, everybody. He's going to lose.
I'm the forefront of wrestling marketing. Motherfucker, I'm the only unprofessional athlete probably in wrestling history to make this much money to be on the card with Olympians, bro. No college, I ain't got one title in sight, not one college degree in sight, bro. I make y'all motherfuckers look good. You're welcome, bro. I'm the Jake Paul of wrestling. I'm a businessman. I'm a marketer. What you mean, bro? I know business, boy. I know how to make money. You know how to wrestle, and that's it. That's a problem. You don't know no business. You're gonna be broke, dog. I'm the professional marketer. You take my fucking advice and do what I say, and I'll make you some money. Don't hate on me, dog. You do what the fuck I say. All these fucking wrestlers hating on me for being on the RAF card. You gonna fucking respect me, dog. Shut the
It's because he's not good at wrestling. I understand Muggsy's a marketer, influencer, but he's just not good at. He's not good at wrestling, and I'm not good at wrestling. But I know he's not good at wrestling. Jacare, I think is how you spell it. He gave Raul his black belt. That's true, but I think Raul was already training before he met Jacare, before he became Alliance. As far as I know, I think Raul. I don't know if he trained with Saluso first. Yeah, for Ecuador, he must have trained with Saluso or somebody over there. Was Mestre Jacare a judo black belt? Well, they did more judo back in those days. Holmes Gracie was famous for training wrestling, and I don't know if he did judo. I think he did sambo. So he was famous. He was well known for adding, doing those other sports. Jacare, I don't know if he has a judo black belt, but he didn't know a lot of throws. I'm not sure if he had I think he did take judo back in the day. So everybody knew a couple throws and grip fighting, which, like I said, schools nowadays don't even have time to do all that. Yeah, the class too short nowadays. 1 hour class, you ain't got time to do all that. Hour and a half class, you ain't got time to do that. Our class used to be 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours sometimes. Mushmaster says they're mad because he can't wrestle. He's a great resource for them, though. That's true. He can't wrestle, though. Yeah. There are a lot of better wrestlers that should probably be on that card. For instance, Caden, the kid he's going to be wrestling against, is really good. He should be fighting somebody, similar level D2, D1, D3, somebody like that. Mushmaster, Muggsy, I don't know, Muggsy talked too much, bro. He just talked too much. Victoria says it's wrestling culture and it's why wrestling struggles. Keep going. I don't think wrestling is struggling though. Is wrestling struggling? They got NIL, they got multi-million-dollar coaches, they got Real American Freestyle, they got the Olympics, they got a lot of stuff. I don't think wrestling is really struggling. Yeah, I don't feel like wrestling. Now, judo is struggling. I don't think wrestling is struggling. Someone says, I like your approach. NBA and MLB do it every year with Celebrity All-Star games. You're helping grow this. But yeah, they don't have the Celebrity All-Star game during the regular game, do they? They do it separately. They don't put the celebrities with the real people. LO Snaps is with Cyborg. What Cyborg? Says, I think that's how you spell his name. Raul gave his black belt. What do you mean Cyborg? Cyborg? Says, I used to train twice a day for 6 hours total. With Cyborg? Who are you talking about? Well, yeah. Yeah, 3 hours. I mean, you could do that back in the day. Now you can't get people to stay for an hour. You can't get people to stay after class to drill or nothing. LL Snaps says, wrestling isn't that struggling if they're paying me $25K to do a seminar for 1 day. Yeah, I don't think wrestling's struggling. I think wrestling's doing okay. Wrestling's never had more money than nowadays. Nighttime World says, where do wrestlers go after college? I go Nogi Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, they can just go to Jiu-Jitsu. So they're actually starting these organizations, RAF, which is what Muggsy's going to be on, and Claw. These other organizations for wrestlers outside of college. And you know what? Wrestlers in college are making money. They're making millions in college now. Them wrestlers nowadays making some real money. They might be able to retire. Sriracha could retire. Illo Snap says he trained with Cyborg before Jacare. Okay, I didn't know that. So Carlson Gracie. That explains why he got out of there. He got out of there fast. Well, Cyborg, Cyborg, before, when he had hair, he was, pretty technical. There's Tackett. We're going to skip Tackett. Sorry, Tackett. Cyborg, when he had hair, when he was human, before he became a cyborg, he was pretty good. We got Mike.
Getting ready for post weigh-ins. Got the gabardine, got the mozzarella, got the regat, got the galamad, and got the prosciutto, but no managut. Hey guys, Mikey here, getting ready for post weigh-ins. Got the gabardine, got the mozzarella, got the regat, got the galamad, and got the prosciutto, but no managut. Hey guys, Mikey here, getting ready for post weigh-ins. Got the GABA deal.
I'm not gonna say anything. Let me just move off. Cyborg, yeah, Cyborg used to be technical. Training Labs, we don't know what they're doing at Training Labs, but it works. It said they had 28 champions, 6 silver medalists, and 14 bronze. So something's over. What are they doing over there, LOL Snap? I feel like he would know what they got over there at Training Labs. Nighttime World says, I cringe so hard for him every time I see him. You know what? I'm just not going to say anything. Oh, they're counting all their people. Okay, I thought that was at just this world. It says it's since 2013. They've had 28 champions, 6 silver, and 14 bronze. Okay. Mikey has to be constipated with all that cheese he eats. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know about his bowel movements. Josiah says Max Hansen has a fight coming up after Pans. Coming up at Pans? Max is winning his fight. Who's he fighting with after Pans? So yeah, they've had a lot of champions. You know, David Taylor, TJ. Now some of these guys have been popped by USADA, but you know, whatever. That guy, Vito, that guy. I can't remember his name. I can't remember. Is that homeboy? If I don't remember your name, man, just was Mikey over there too? Oh, Mikey, you suspect now. LL Snaps is hard work and a good doctor. What is the doctor doing though? You know, Helen over there too. RBY, Starachi. Yeah, I hope Starachi's staying out of trouble. We're going to skip a meet. I don't want to see a meet right now. There was some other stuff we're going to see. We're going to just zip through this real fast. We're going to zip through Krikorian. Sorry, Krikorian. Oh, shoot. 15 minutes. Hey, A-Rod. What's up, A-Rod? You guys know we like to support the ladies in jiu-jitsu. What you doing over there? Why she look like somebody's auntie, though? Whose auntie is this? Whose rich auntie is this over here giving vitamins out? Yeah, the good vitamins. I need some vitamins. The real vitamins, not whatever they're taking. LOL Snap going to say how he doesn't like her, but you know what? Who cares what LOL Snap wants? I don't care what LOL Snap wants. I don't care. I don't care. I want to watch what I want to watch. Again, be respectful. Hey, Rod, how you doing? Time to go swimming? Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. You know, LOL Snap always got a comment. Who over here being thirsty? Fion. Am I gonna see Josiah? You over there? LOL Snap. Mushmaster, you better not be in there. Mushmaster. Nighttime World says, did Johnny Gripple lose his last? He did. To Krikorian. Let's not bring up that guy if we can help it. Please don't bring him up. All right, it seems that the chat's been good so far. All right, we good. Jason Whitfield's not here to see that, so we're not that thirsty today. We're just zipping through. We got Corey Sandhagen. He got a title fight coming up.
Social, fuck no.
LOL Snap.
Oh shit! Look, Hunter Campbell's calling me.
You've always stepped up for me, man. If I see an opening, I told you if I saw an opening to do it where I think it makes sense, I was gonna fucking jump on it.
Hey, let's go. I appreciate you. I'll be ready for then, and then yeah, I'll plan October 4th in Vegas. Let's fucking go. Thank you, dude. Fuck yeah, thank you, Hunter.
You got it, Corey.
Bye.
Let's fucking
Let's
go,
go, boy!
dude. Let's fucking go. Oh shit. Yes. Yes.
No talk about money or anything.
Be a social.
Yo, no talk about money. Hey, how much am I getting paid? Pay-per-view. He didn't say nothing. Is he getting pay-per-view? I hope Corey gonna make some money, bro. I got a chance to meet him at Ryan Hall's. I'm hoping he makes some money. Let's look at that up real quick. I'm hoping Corey makes some money, bro, because I don't want you to go out there. Most of these guys that do the title fights, they don't really make, the challenger doesn't make any money, really. Hagen, hey. Sandhagen is a wild dude. Yeah, he's pretty wild. He got good striking, though. I'm hoping he makes some money off this. purse. All right, we got about dang it, we got like 10 minutes. I'm not gonna get through every story. Let's see. Sorry, Corey. We're gonna look at what AI got to say. It says they stopped giving out pay-per-view points. They did? When? I thought they were still doing that. They stopped doing it? When? No. Man, what's the point of fighting then? You ain't gonna make no real money. That's terrible, bro. I thought they still had pay-per-view. I thought they were gonna stop it when did they stop doing that? Or you gotta negotiate for that. Nighttime World, leave him alone, please. Leave him alone, please. Do not distract Josiah, please. Leave him alone. He said, "What does that mean? Don't distract him, please. Please don't leave Josiah alone." But when did they stop doing that? It says Corey Sandhagen's purse for his most recent bantamweight fight against Umar Nurmagomedov, that was last year, was $521,000. Okay, that was a good little payday. 2 months ago? When did they stop? 2 months ago? That's terrible, bro. You could have fought 2 months ago and got paid. Oh, that's terrible, bro. It says this included his base salary, sponsorship payments, and bonuses. So that's not bad, but what's a bantamweight title fight? I didn't know that. He has been guaranteed a purse of $500,000 for his fight against. He had been guaranteed that for his last fight in 2025, which he won via decision. Okay, he made some money. When did they stop doing that? That wasn't a title fight? Okay. Well, this is a title fight, though. That wasn't a title fight. Oh, the $500,000. Well, it's still good money. It said AI might be wrong. Guys, leave Josiah alone. Just leave Josiah alone. What was I gonna look up? Shoot. Oh, I was gonna look up. Shoot. Says his exact purse for coming up this weekend, title fight against Merab, will not be publicly disclosed by the UFC. However, based on his past paydays and compensation structure for UFC bouts, it's possibly estimated a potential range for his earnings. So at least 500,000. Yeah. Pay-per-view points. It says fighters in championship bouts typically receive a portion of pay-per-view revenue. A detail the UFC keeps private. LL snaps that they're not doing that anymore. Only the champ gets the pay-per-view points. The contender doesn't get pay-per-view points. Here it says fighters, but he's saying only champions get the pay-per-view points. There's a promotional compliance pay. Well, I don't know what that is. Oh, so he gets $32,000 from Venom, that's crap. Why is a champion or contender getting $32,000 for sponsorship? And then possibly a performance bonus of $50,000. That's terrible, bro. The thing is, you can't retire off that $500,000. What's $500,000 after taxes? Let's see. 154. 350? 350 after taxes and paying your coaches. Let's just say $300,000. That's good, but you're not gonna be making $300,000 for that long. He says, "Are you sure he made that much?" LL Snap says, "And only the champs get the pay-per-view points. He's not getting paid that much from Venom. 32,000 just a champion. How much is Venom giving him?" LL Snap says, "I trained Josh Van, and I can show you exactly what he gets paid in the full breakdown." Wow. How much does the contender? Bro, UFC sucks. Okay. How much does Venom pay? Venom, what's it called? Venom, I'm gonna say Venom pay structure. Where does he live? Colorado or somewhere. He's got to pay taxes in 2 states. You got to pay taxes in Vegas and where else? His home state. Mushmaster says he's lucky to make $200,000. Dang, that won't go that far. $200,000. And say you fight once or twice a year. Okay, say you fight once that year, $200,000 in that 1 year. People waste that Dana White wastes that in one night. Dana White will waste 200. I think. Oh, there was a video about Dana White recently. I need to find that. LL Snap says yes. Much 4 ounces is 4 ounces for our sister gym. What do you mean? 4%. 4% is to this. Is wait. Oh, 4 ounce. What is that? Is our sister gym? Okay, that sucks. Not Venmo, Venom. Oh God, this computer sucks. All right, we might go bonus time because I'm already behind. I'm already behind. 300K. My Brown ASS is buying property in Colombia and retiring. What was that pay structure? Can we find it? It probably won't pop up. Title defense and title challenge is 32. Oh, so he does get 32. And it goes based off your fights. You're not getting no money, bro. Because LOL Snap said he was making a ton of money back in the day when you had the Affliction, Tap Out, all those sponsorships. You were making some real money back then. Condom Depot. Remember Condom Depot? Who else was on there? Zions. I don't know if you made money from Zions. You ain't making no money nowadays. Title defense, you get 42. Title challenger gets 32. Well, that sponsorship goes right to taxes. That sponsor go right to taxes. He says, my bad. Sorry about the profanity. This is a family show. Yeah, we forget that sometimes. MMA Warehouse, Condom Depot, Zions. He's taking home $176,000, which isn't terrible, but remember, the fight career ain't gonna be that long. If he made $176K for a decade, that would be okay. That would be decent. He's not guaranteed to be fighting, next year or the year after. So that's pretty terrible, bro. And if you're a new person, you're getting $4,000. The new people getting $4,000. Actually, maybe that might be all they saved, that $4,000. He says, man, that stuff is a lie. What's the real breakdown then? I don't know. You got to tell me. I don't know the breakdown. Bro, we got to do some bonus time, man. I know I got to get out of here. Or I could just save some stories for tomorrow. Hey, A-Rod. Hey, A-Rod, before LL Snap jumps back on here. How you doing? Let me creep real quick. All right. Well, she posts this on her public Instagram, everybody. We're just studying, researching. Okay, get out of there, Alec. Get out of there. And just so you guys know I'm not biased, we also celebrate the judo girls. How the judo girls doing over there? We're going to put more judo girls on this show. That's what we need, more judo. All right, Bushmaster, he said he's going to go over there now. I can see Mushmaster with the little Japanese judoka girl. Come on, Mushmaster. Not safe for work? No. It is. Yeah. I don't hope you're not on your work screen. Keep it on your phone screen. LOL Snap says they are getting $3,500 from sponsorship. What do you mean? All the athletes? How is that? How does that make sense though? So they're getting even less money? We're going to skip this too. I mean, I guess we shouldn't trust the UFC. Where's all the money coming from? Or going to? We got Penetration State College over here. Says unless you're the champion, then you negotiate your split from the sponsor pay. Oh. How do you... So nobody else can negotiate? Everybody else just got to take the $3,500? But why did Venom lie then? Why was Venom... Or did the money just goes to UFC? Is that what happens? the money goes to the UFC and they give you $3,500 even though you're supposed to get $10,000, $15,000. What do you swear about? It says gym fees and the coaches. Oh. That goes from the sponsorship? The sponsorship money goes straight to all that stuff? It just disappears?
Changing my lifestyle.
A Labor Day tradition in Venice, the Muscle Beach Championships. It's billed as the greatest outdoor bodybuilding show on earth. The competition is open to amateurs only. People from around the world come to compete in several categories, including bodybuilding, figure, physique, and wellness. And you might recognize this guy right here, Grammy-winning rapper Lil Jon. Not only performed, he competed.
It's been a lot physically, just in the gym, dedication, eating, focus. I'm winning.
There we go, man. And Lil Jon in his 50s or something. LL Snap says, why has Dana White been underpaying fighters for years? It's the real question. He's greedy. He's greedy, that's all. He's just a greedy person. We looked up his net worth. It's $500 million. And I can tell you those fighters didn't make $500 million. They made it, but they weren't given $500 million. Probably the whole career of the UFC. You put everybody from the UFC, they didn't make $500 million. Now, how's the CEO getting more money than every fighter ever? Got some judo. Hey. He says the money goes to the UFC. They're supposed to split it in good faith, but oh no, the UFC's terrible, bro. And we listened to the CEO of TKO. He just don't care about nothing. He says shareholders come first. He says the money goes to the UFC, and they're supposed to split it in good faith, but they don't. Plus, doesn't Venom pay the UFC to some crazy number? How much did Venom pay UFC just to be the sponsor? He says, unfortunately, fighters are a dime a dozen, but not great fighters. LL Snap says, then the UFC also charge you for getting your hands wrapped. And you over there happy to be at the Performance Institute, not realizing you paid for that. You paid for all that. How much did Venom pay for I just want to see how much that's worth. How much was the cost of that? $70 million. Okay, wait. It says the total monetary worth of the initial Venom UFC outfitting deal was less than the previous $70 million Reebok sponsorship. So UFC got $70 million from Reebok. You know, they definitely didn't give the fighters that. That should have been money to the fighters. That $70 million was for the fighters. The fighters didn't see no $70 million. It says the Reebok partnership, though, a significantly increased fighter pay. No, it didn't. The initial deal was later extended, also a value considered smaller than prior Reebok deal, but was still providing benefits for fighters. It says the Venom deal was shorter in length and less financially beneficial than the preceding 6-year, $70 million deal with Reebok. Focus on fighter pay. Instead of a large cash payout to the promotion, the deal ensured a guaranteed increase in outfitting fees for fighters, ranging from $500 to $2,000 depending on experience. So what's the point of this? What's the point of giving the fighters less? The UFC don't care about you fighters. It says increased fighter incentive pay. The UFC increased its annual fighter incentive pay by approximately $1 million, with Venom acting as the outfitter for these incentives. I don't think they got paid more. They didn't really get paid more. It says you better pay for your uniform. you have to pay for your uniform. No, you got to pay for your uniform too. Your hands wrapped. I thought that they were supposed to give that to you. UFC is a dirty business, bro. That's terrible. You paying for the outfit? It says removing custom fighter shorts for a professional look and then selling every inch of the octagon for ads was a terrible move. And says for us and the fighters, yes. For the greedy UFC looking to milk as much money as they can from lame stuff and make their fighters as desperate as possible to accept any BS contracts, it's been great. So yeah, it's all about control at the end of the day. It says they put the stuff in really small print, and when you get your paid, you see that stuff separated. When you get paid, you see the separation, so you see where the money goes to. $56 for your fit kit, your outfit. You basically paying for you're paying for everything. UFC's dirty, bro. I'll never understand not allowing fighters to have their own custom fight shorts. It's part of their persona as a fighter, along with their nickname, which is something else the UFC doesn't use for promotion for some reason. Says thinks it's another way of making sure no fighter can be bigger than UFC brand. It's been said a million times, but the UFC doesn't want fighters to build their own brand. They want them to be seen as interchangeable cogs, your product, in the UFC machine. When fighters build a brand for themselves, they start asking for more money. UFC's not going to let you ask for more money, and they're not going to give you more money. Says the reason why custom fight shorts got discounted or discontinued is because some dumbass went out there in a pink Speedo. Who did that? Who went out there and did that? The thing is, they were already thinking about it before then. They saw the potential money in selling ad space on the Octagon plus having a sponsored fight kit and went for it. It's a simple way to make more money for the UFC, but not for the fighters. So, and they work with Hayabusa too. Isn't that crazy? How did they work with Hayabusa and Venom? Because Hayabusa does the UFC BJJ stuff, right? How is that possible? They have two different sponsors. Or I guess just it's considered a different sport. Yeah, I can't. I'm never gonna defend the UFC. He says, wasn't Dennis Hallman did that? Oh, talking about the UFC, we had Speed over there.
Every leg of my body, bro.
Running. Oh. Yes. Now we're starting. I think it's good. Oh no.
Oh, it's about to
Careful.
Oh no. Why is she looking a new person?
Bro, that girl could have broke every leg of my body, bro.
Why was she heel hooking a new person? She's like, screw this. And some of you guys want to fight her girl, and that's how she's gonna do you. She's gonna break your Achilles, break your ACL, tear your ACL. He didn't know what was going on. He never rolled before. She went right for the heel hook. All right. I did meet this girl at TGI though. She was nice. I think we got another video with her. Mark Coleman, we're gonna skip you. Actually, let's listen to Mark Coleman real fast. We're in bonus time, everybody. Over 3 hours. LO Snap says, I will show him how to fight a woman.
Tell Las Vegas, we the worst fight tomorrow night. Special guest. Look at that. Gumbo, sourdough bread, the best sourdough bread I've ever tasted. Relatively healthy. Nice salad. I earned the carbs. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
You guys know he's getting ready for the Smashing Machine premiere. So, he's in Smashing Machine. He had a pivotal role. They were showing his family back in the day in the Smashing Machine, the original documentary. Let me go zoom through. Hey, Devontae, what's up? We're going to zip through you. LO Snap, don't teach him how to fight no girls. We're going to skip A-Rod. We already seen her a couple times. Unless she is up again later. I really want to knock this out. We're going to skip that. Muggsy, let's listen to Muggsy over here. Actually, let's skip Muggsy too. He's scamming us too. He got with the Miami guys. They ready to scam. Skip that. Skip that too. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Why did she come up on my page? Wait a second.
A hervir y ya le agregué las papitas. Miren, por aquí está para que se vayan ablandando poquito. Y
I don't know who that was not jiu-jitsu. Who put that on my screen? Who put that? LOL Snap, you did that? Justin Bieber. He says, tell the speed to come down to my dungeon. I will show him the way. Kind of a sad story. I shouldn't post this, but it says from Random Man's childhood trauma. LL Snap says, you see how she pulled guard? That was, she has a lot of build up. Well, she's an MMA girl. That's true. Let me skip this too. That's a sad story. We skip that sad story. Sorry, Randleman. Were you guys here for the Randleman episode where we looked at his staff? Talking about jiu-jitsu girls, they are built different. That's true.
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world.
I know some of you guys want to drain her ear for her, but that's not me. Yeah, R.I.P. Randleman. You get with these girls, you gotta drain their ear. You gotta drain their ear. All right. You get with these girls, you gotta make sure to keep their hair down. I'm sorry, Fion. We really respect you. Where's the other stories at? Mateus Gabriel, we're jealous of you. We're just gonna zip through everything. Kevin Redneman, he was a good guy. I ate a cheesesteak with him when he was in Tokyo. You've been everywhere, bro. LOL Snap got kids in every continent. There was a couple stories I wanted to. Bro, we're in bonus time. Felipe Costa is going to be fighting. He did get popped by USADA, just to let you guys know. And I'm a big fan of his, but he did get popped by USADA. He's good, though. He's the kid. Remember at the ADCC, the kid wearing the orange fight kit? That was him. He was good, though. He had some good matches, but they caught him. Gordon says, we should bring this back, people. We should bring this back. He's not going to survive if he brings this back. That's going to be it for him. He ain't going to survive that. You don't have cauliflower? All right. LL Snap said nobody could give him cauliflower. We're gonna skip Gordon. Sorry, Gordon. I might keep some of these tabs open for next time though. We're just zipping through. These AOJ guys got money though. Let me just be honest. They got a lot. They living good over here. That's Gutenberg. No copyright gonna get me. LL Snap, is he with the UFC? Scott Croker? That sounds familiar. We need to do some research on him. Maybe next time. You guys know Gutenberg, he living good, man. He also teaches at like a fancy school. Is it Meraki or what school did he teach at? One of those gyms like Meraki or something like that. He living good though. Mayrab beating Demetrius Johnson. What the heck just happened? Oh, there we go. You know, Mighty Mouse getting tapped left and right over here. Text Tony. Yeah, I had to ask Tony. He says, doesn't Tynan Dalper drive a Porsche? Yeah, he does. You didn't see that? Oh, Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse, you don't know how to get out of headlock? Oh, Mighty Mouse. He didn't have no defenses. You got to bridge into him, bro. He couldn't bridge at all. He's stuck. Yeah, he's cooked. You got to escape your elbow down. Yeah, Mighty Mouse, you need to go back to fundamentals class. That's Jiu-Jitsu 101. That's what the Gracies gave us, how to get out of the headlock. Let's see if we can find Tynan's Porsche. How do you spell Tynan's name? A-I-N. I can't spell it. You guys know Tynan got a Porsche. I don't know. My freaking computer, bro. Come on. You know, I just was on here 5 seconds ago. He owned Strikeforce, Bellator, and Elite XE and Affliction. I didn't know that. We got to do some research on him. Yeah, we got to do some research on him. You know your jiu-jitsu guys making money. You know the Mendez brothers. I started in Mendez brothers making money. All these Brazilians, and you know what? They be comparing their watches. All these guys making some money, bro. Let me see if we can find it. I don't know if we can find it. We found it before. I don't know where it is now. I don't know if I can find it. We've seen it before, though. I just don't know if I can see it now. Here you go. Let's watch this real fast. I need a Porsche, too. Mushmaster, you still watching Mushmaster? We over here jealous. Tynan driving a Porsche, and I'm out here driving a 2015 Corolla. Hey, listen, that Corolla good, though. As long as you got Bluetooth, you good. You got Bluetooth, you good. No AC? Okay, well, that does suck.
And I got to have everything with me because I only come back around, noon or 1 p.m. Feels good. Feels good to be awake and doing, my first 2-3 sessions a day is while everybody's sleeping. So, feels like it puts your head. The people that are there now early in the morning are the ones that are really chasing after, nothing comes.
What kind of Porsche is that? Who knows what kind of Porsche that is? That's a nice Porsche. It says that Corolla will outlast that Porsche. That's true, but that Porsche is nice. Is that a 911? What is that? Can someone tell me?
It's really easy.
Mushmaster, what are we? Mushmaster said we working backwards. Mushmaster. Mushmaster said we working backwards.
On this life, and if it does come easy, it's not worth it.
Carrera GT, Carrera 911.
Meg, let's go, champ. This is another one of my sons.
He said that's my son.
He comes to my house and then we drive to the gym. Tell how old you are, about
12 years old. I'm an orange and black belt. Train every day at AOJ.
Every day. And he's
There's another
homeschooled.
one that I said, it's just like, he's 12 years old, he's training like 5-6 times a day, getting up 5 a.m. So like, there's no way this is gonna go wrong. We started as a 12 people group, and I grew into like 70 and 80 people.
Oh, wow.
I took over that class after the pandemic. So it just like kind of like became the new thing in the academy, like kind of like a new culture where.
These guys living good, man. I'm not saying they don't work hard. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm jealous. That's all I'm saying. We're almost done. We went over bonus time. Who else is live streaming this long when they shouldn't be live streaming? They need to go do other stuff. And he got the Rotulos. The Rotulos actually do have more money. Where's their Porsche at? I like the Rotulos. They kind of smart. They're like, let's just put that money into building a house in Costa Rica and, whatever else. And, they made a ton of money too. Everybody's making good money. Me and Mushmaster missed the boat. LOL Snap said, I made a lot of money just waiting for the UFC to give it to him. There was one clip I wanted you guys to see. I don't know where that was. We did see Speed. LOL Snap said, come through. Oh, she messing him up. This Rotulos drive surfboards, skateboards.
What the fuck? And that's called the Go-Go Plata.
Shit. Oh, you good. Almost died.
She over here choking him out. He'll look at him. That look like Josiah at Open Mat. That's Josiah at Open Mat over there. And you know what? All them fighters pay for that.
That was. I don't know. I can't, bro. I lost 3 times, bro. She wants to race me. He wants to race me.
He's going to start some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's the secret.
Some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was.
He needs to train.
I don't know.
Just like the Gracies wanted him, man. The Gracies want you to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man. Wish that was me with my baby daddy. So this is the same girl. I didn't know this about her. Respectfully, she says she has some talents that we didn't know she had. She says, "I'll never forget where I came from." We might watch something about that later, but she says she never forgets where she came from, and there's a poll there. Let you interpret that as you will. She pretty. Oh shoot! I shouldn't have deleted that. I should have kept that tab open. We already saw this, but it was pretty fun. Where are the?
It's like a fucking spider or something.
You don't know how to grapple. What is she doing? Oh no.
Oh god.
I can't say she's making jiu-jitsu look good, but
I see slippery.
She is a jiu-jitsu black belt. Bro. This is grappling. What are you talking about?
Yo, it's fun. Bro,
Why are you running from me, Steve?
I'm not.
Why are you running from me?
Why am I running from her?
Come here.
That's how I'll be running from her too.
I just want to hug you real tight.
I just want to hug you. LL Snap said he want that.
I'm not going to my. Oh! Stop! Shake. Get off! Stop! What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, I think he was tapping.
Shit! Oh God!
Oh Jesus! LL Snap and Josiah both want that done to them. Now I'm okay. Need to not say for work. Yeah, sorry. Well, we are in bonus time. It is bonus time. Bonus time. It says you give her 160. Okay, can't say that. Josiah, I don't want to hear that from you. Josiah, she do the same thing to you, bro. Nah, the grandpa ain't gonna do that to you. All right, I think that's it, everybody. We ain't got nothing else to cover. I might keep some of those. There were some good stories. John Jones, what John Jones got to say? This might be it.
Whole career, and now my main focus is how can I take care of it. These are the products that I find are making the real difference. NAD Plus helps you stay more focused, more clear throughout the day. I'm pushing harder, I'm stringing together better days. This is the game changer. Glutathione, this one here, all about recovery. When I'm training really hard or even when I'm traveling, glutathione is a secret weapon. It really helps my body bounce back. Glutathione actually supports detox, so the next day I actually feel less sluggish and just more ready to go. Curcumin and resveratrol. My joints have taken a beating over the years. This one's for joint health and longevity. Rose using liposomal delivery, which means every ounce of the supplement that you're putting into your body gets absorbed immediately. I'm not out there looking for a quick fix. I'm looking for a routine that'll keep me showing up stronger in the gym and
John Jones. LL Snap know too much. He says there's other supplements that he can use that might a little bit more expensive though.
in life. This is what's working for me. I pushed my body to the edge my whole career, and now my main focus is how can I take care of it. These are the
My man said I pushed my body to the edge my whole career. Now I'm trying to take care of it. Yeah. No, you're not. All right, everybody, that's good for today. We did bonus time. We did 3 hours and 20 minutes. Is that really John Jones' voice? Yeah, I guess so. Unless it's AI. All right, everybody, good work. Hopefully we didn't get you guys in trouble at work or with your wife or kids or whoever. Try to be respectful after Friday's stream from last week. That's it. We should be on, Monday through Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. We should be good. And that's it. We do have no-gi pains coming up, so we might do a stream on Saturday too. Sounds like AI. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what was going on? That looks like him, though. I could be wrong. That's it. If you guys want to help support the channel, please let people know, let others know about the live stream. How many people we got on the live stream right now? Give me 1 second. How do I move this crap over? YouTube chat. There we go. Let me move that over. There we go. Should be better. Yeah, let people know about the live stream. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see what we got now. I think we're going up by like 2 since Friday. We're at 9:56. When are you coming to Houston? I need to. I don't know. I'm busy right now, but I need to go out to Houston. We're at 9:56, so we're trying to get to 1,000. So it's taking forever. LL Snap says, "When are you coming to Houston?" I'm not sure. Probably 2026. I'm pretty busy. I'm booked up for the rest of this year. October, November, December. That's it. So maybe 2026 we can head over to Houston, go see LOL Snap, go see Jason Whitfield, and go see Pezzadello. I got some people over there in Houston, man, or Texas. We got people in Texas, bro. All right, everybody, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. That's all I can say. That's all I can ask you guys. Stay out of trouble. And I think I'm gonna have the stream on Twitch too. So if you guys are on Twitch, we'll try to put it up on there from now on too, in case YouTube take me down. We just move over to Twitch without any issues. And that's it, everybody. Take care and see you guys tomorrow, God willing. And a big os for me to you.